From Burton, South Carolina, WHHI Sports TV presents the Highway 170 Bowl between the John Paul II Golden Warriors and the Battery Creek Dolphins, presented by Summit Services Heating and Air. Even though JPII and Battery Creek are without key cogs Christian Tilton and Nick Underwood, expect a lot of ground and pound in this first ever matchup between these two. After being able to put up some points in recent weeks to start their 2024 campaigns, whoever can make the big play with interior line help can win this game. Shayne Milligan is in his second year as the head man at JP2. He's looking for his first road win. And Susi is also in his second year at Battery Creek, and he is looking for the program's first win in a couple of years. Both teams are looking for win number 1 on the young season. Are you ready for some football? It's the Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV, and it starts right now. From Dolphins Stadium, it is the Highway 170 Bowl, only on WHHI Sports TV 2024. Hi, everybody. Year 4 of Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court. We're with you here at Battery Creek. And, partner, welcome back. Let's get right into it. We got Battery Creek winless so far in the year. We got JP2 winless so far in the year. Give us a quick key to this matchup between Skiza and the high school league.
Well, being a quarterback myself, I always go back to quarterbacks, especially early in the season when teams are looking for good leadership. You got Chase Olson coming back for Battery Creek with some experience. You got a young, kind of unproven quarterback taking over for the star Christian Tilton and Alan Wolf for JP2. So it'll be interesting to see how those teams lead. But it always really, and coaches will tell you this, it comes down to putting hats on hats.
Absolutely.
And it's the trenches, offensive lines and defensive lines.
We've got injuries to talk about and all the action straight ahead. When we come back, Daniel Court is going to be talking with head coach of JP2, Shayne Milligan, as the pregame show rolls on WHHI Sports TV. Come on back, y'all.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
Hi, this is Jim Lanero, Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House. I'm proud to announce that we're celebrating 40 years in business, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have supported us over the years, not to mention a lot of people, both past and present, that have worked here and made incredible contributions. So thank you all. Don't forget, Giuseppe's is the home of the Steeler Nation. Plenty of TVs, great food and drink specials each and every Steeler Sunday. We hope to see you here.
I'm here with second-year head coach of JP2, Coach Shayne Milligan. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good. We were just having a talk about getting you guys prepared, talking about mistakes, talking about discipline. That's been an issue so far this year?
It is a key for us that we've got to not make mistakes and got to execute. That's been our downfall. We haven't done it for 4 quarters. We might get a quarter or 2 in there that looks pretty, but then we have some bad things that happen to us.
Yeah. Well, it usually happens at the beginning of the season. Hopefully you get that ironed out as we get through the season. Real quickly, you got 5 starters that came back on the offensive line. You got to be feeling good about that.
Our O-line knows the game plan, and like I said, if we can execute, we should do well. We've been doing it for 2 years now, so now it's time to put the work into play.
Yeah. Real quickly, you got Alan Wolf at quarterback behind a 2-decade talent like a Christian Tilton. How do you feel about him?
He's a dynamic quarterback, and that's what I look for in my quarterbacks. They got to be able to run and pass, and he can do both. So that's what we're looking for him tonight.
Coach Shayne Milligan with JP2. We'll be right back with Marcus and Ed Susi.
The Great Frame Up is your obvious choice to find the perfect frame to complement your budget, room, and lifestyle. We also have the only museum-quality cruise scanner in the Lowcountry. We can digitally restore photos, documents, or old newspaper articles. We invite you to visit our website to view and order museum-quality prints of art by well-known Lowcountry artists such as Ray Ellis, Candace Lovely, and Barry Honowitz, as well as photographers such as Ed Funk and Richard Ball. The Great Frame Up, where you get a great experience.
We welcome you back here to the pregame show of the Highway 170 Bowl. Marcus Walsh along with head coach of Battery Creek, Ed Susi. Coach, coming off a tough loss against HHCA last week. Talk about what you saw in your team with that 17-7 defeat.
The second half, I thought we did a pretty good job on defense. No, we didn't give up and had some things go against us, but they hung in there the whole time and gave us a chance to be in the game and to win and have a chance to compete at the end. Last year, we really didn't have that.
Yeah.
So that was a big step for us to keep competing for 4 quarters and try and do that again tonight.
What's a key to the ball game tonight?
It's always you got to take care of the football. If you don't take care of the football, you don't have much of a chance. So that's our goal.
Excited to see this team against John Paul.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to do our work. We got to be disciplined, and we got to do what we got to do.
That's right.
I mean, we got to worry about us and not worry about them.
Thanks, Coach. Right. Excited for it tonight. Let's send it on over to the Bonez Tailgate.
I'm excited to tailgate with you today because we are tailgating with the best food. This is Bonez Bar and Grill, and if you haven't been in yet, we're at the Bridge Center across from Moss Creek, and I've got Scott joining me. Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
This is so exciting. Tell us just a little bit about this place.
So we've been open almost 2 years. We are a sports bar with great food. Most of it's homemade here on site. The guys in the back are excellent at what they do. We've got entertainment, lots of TVs, some games for kids and adults to play.
It's a fun place to be.
Thank you.
And when you think of a sports bar, I gotta tell you, normally you don't think of great food, but this place really does have great food. Why is that? What makes it so good?
Most of it's made here on site. Very little of it's frozen, from our sauces to our ranches, marinara sauce. The guys in the back make it from scratch, and that makes the difference.
It does make a difference. Telling you. Okay, so we've got a few things to show off and try. What do we have here today?
These are our cheesy bacon ranch potatoes.
You
freshly sliced.
But yes, okay.
Freshly sliced potatoes, fried and then baked with cheese, ranch, and bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, these are our most popular appetizer by far.
I'm a carb craver too. This is delicious.
Yes.
Okay, I see some wings. Wings are a great tailgating food.
Absolutely. We sell them in 6, 12, or 20. You can mix and match flavors. So we've got our Spartan, we've got our Commissioner, which is marinated overnight, and then all of our wings are baked first so that we don't have to fry them as long, and that gives them that juicy tender on the inside.
Oh my gosh. And which one's this?
That's the really Spartan with the feta cheese.
Oh, I love
I
love cheese, so anything with cheese on it. Okay, and tell me what this is while I try these.
And this is what we call our pregame burger. It's a mix between a cheeseburger and breakfast. It's got a sausage patty, egg and bacon on it, and then a little drizzle of syrup for some sweetness. It's really good.
So good. I gotta tell you, this is amazing. I love this. Feta on a wing, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
This is a great place to come on game day too.
Absolutely. We have a lot of drink specials and bucket of beer specials. We're super busy during college game day and the NFL. Where every game will be on TV somewhere here, so you can find every game.
Okay, real quick, gotta know why Bonez is the name.
So my partner, Anthony Barone, his nickname growing up was Bonez.
Love it.
And so he named it when he started it, and we've kept it that way.
And it's a great name. Come on in, it's a great place to eat and hang out. Thanks for having us today.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for
watching. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Sequins Ballroom is an elegant, flexible, and affordable venue for your wedding, event, or reception located in Bluffton, South Carolina. Their unique facility will allow you to create lasting memories from the moment you and your guests step into the ballroom. Bring in your own catering, decor, drinks, and more for an unforgettable experience. With a variety of floor plans for the smallest event or a floor plan to accommodate events of up to 150 guests, Sequins Ballroom will be sure to please.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kevin Sevier and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
Okay, JP2, you're the visiting team. You get to call the toss. In my hand is a coin. This is tails. This is heads. I'm going to toss it up in the air. You're going to give me your call. We'll call it from the ground. What is your call? Heads. This call is heads. It is heads. It is your choice. Ball. You're going to take the ball. Okay, blue, which goal will you defend? Scoreboard. Scoreboard. Okay, guys over there, face them. Gray, face them. John Paul 2 is elected to receive. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck.
Battery Creek in the dark blue or purple, take your pick. They'll be kicking off from the 40-yard line. And John Paul II awaiting the kickoff. Kicking it away is number 18, Brandon Stepp. We're underway as the kick will be fielded at about the 20-yard line, taken for a short return to about the 25, maybe the 27-yard line. And we are back into it. Want to let you know that Jackson Sanders broke his arm in game one. He's going to be out for quite some time. Lucas Yackley, the starting offensive tackle and defensive end, broke thumb during practice last week in the first game. Alex Mercer, starting inside linebacker and fullback, a high ankle sprain in the past week versus Lawrence Manning's status is questionable for this game. We'll let you know that he's playing, if he is playing. And that is our iCryo injury report. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, partner, we're back at it.
4 years, partner.
This is season 4.
I had to literally think about that a couple times. I can't believe it's been 4 years, but you know my favorite line when we get into this business. There's never enough Friday nights.
That's right.
I can't believe we're back doing high school football, watching these young men play their hearts out. You got 2 teams winless this season. Of course, Battery Creek looking for the first win under Ed Susi. I think he's going to get it tonight.
We'll see what happens. Here's a run to the right side. Not much going for John Paul II as Bryant Jolly, the running back, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, senior, 5'10", 170, touching the ball there. And while we're at it, a key certainly for JP2 on offense. Got to limit the turnovers, control the ball, keep the low pad leverage, get some push on offensive line play. Key players on offense, Alan Wolf, Thomas Gem, and the running back, Bryant Jolly. We just saw him. Second down and long coming up. Wolf in the shotgun. He's going to run it out to the right side. It's an option play. Look out for that a lot today as that goes to Thomas Gem. Not much on the play there, Daniel.
Yeah, just talked with head coach Shayne Milligan about Alan Wolf. You know, these are massive shoes to fill, and Christian Tilton, you know, I said he's probably a 2-decade type talent. You just don't see guys like that often. A legend in JP football lore. But so far, Alan Wolf has looked pretty good. He's a good-looking, he's got good size for a sophomore. His current stats through 2 games, he's passed for 170 yards with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's rushed it 13 times for 86 yards and won a 2-point conversion. So he's got talent. He's a good athlete. He's just got to feel his way into the position, and that'll happen as he gets experience.
Our coin toss was brought to you by Exact Flooring. Exact Flooring, we have the floor you're looking for. We've got a timeout. Or rather, yes, it is a timeout. We will take it. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV. It's the Highway 170 Bowl. Back in a moment.
Game day just got better. Bonez Bar and Grill is your go-to spot for football, food, and fun. At Bonez, we've got everything you need to make game day great. Big screens at every angle, ice-cold beer, and mouth-watering wings, burgers, and more. Whether you're here for the food, the drinks, or just the thrill of the game, Bonez Bar and Grill is your home turf for football fun. Bonez Bar and Grill, where fans eat, drink, and live for the game. Visit us today.
We've got 9:57 to go in a scoreless first quarter, just underway in the Highway 170 Bowl. There's a pass from Wolf to the outside. It's complete. Breaking a couple of tackles, getting out to the 36-yard line is number 20, Andrew Boyden, fullback, middle linebacker, junior, 6 foot, $185. Nice little pass to the outside. He made something happen, and BC was able to corral him. This is going to be a big key to try to get the ball to different guys for JP2 in those gray uniforms. Try to make something happen, and if they can minimize this clock, that'll be big too, Daniel.
Yeah, I really love, especially when you got a young quarterback, I love seeing coaches get them into the flow and the rhythm of the ball game by getting that ball out of their hands quickly. He's got some playmakers on the end, so I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from Alan Wolf.
He does look sharp. He's taking his time. 9:09 to play. There's a deep ball, and it's a punt. It's going to be taken by Derrick Smalls. He's a key player to watch. Break some tackles. Smalls in the open field. Down the side. 25, 20. He's going to the house. Touchdown, Battery Creek.
Welcome back to high school football on WHHI.
2024. Derrick Smalls with the touchdown. I wasn't expecting that, but he took it to pay dirt.
There was
6-0.
Nothing small about that return, was there, Marcus?
No, that was large.
I mean, he showed not only great speed and quickness, but strength. I mean, he broke about 3 tackles to get that open space. Once he's seen daylight, he's hard to catch. Our community leader this year is Better Collision. You are the auto body care excellence right in your neighborhood.
Ed Susi talked about his motivational speech, if you will, to the club. He said it's simple. You want respect, you got to earn it. No one respects us until we change our attitude. Redemption is our slogan, and we want to redeem ourselves and this program. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back on WHHI Sports TV.
The furniture and services you deserve since 1972. Buford's favorite store has your favorite brands. Oh, yes, we do. Mattresses, furniture, rugs, and accessories. Low prices that are sure to please. FWDG, #1 in the low country. The very best place to be. FWDG.
We welcome you back. It is 6-0 Battery Creek. A reminder that you can step it up with TCL, the Technical College of the Low Country. The extra point is through and step. Missed it. He misfired on it, apparently off to the left. 6-0, 8:41 to go. We are going to go back to break. Back in a moment on WHHI Sports TV.
Did you know Beaufort County has a television channel? And you can watch the county channel many different ways. Watch on cable, Hargrave, Channel 9, Comcast, Channel 2, and Spectrum, Channel 1304. You can find the county channel on YouTube. Plus, the channel is always streaming online at BeaufortCounty.tv. Here you'll find video on demand of all the programs and helpful transcripts of meetings. Your county, your channel, the Beaufort County Channel.
Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, Larry Jacomot, Joseph Keith, Jeremy Pope, Maria Soden, Larry Jacomot, I mentioned Larry a couple of times, Jessa Jeremiah, Kevin Libby, Christopher Sanders, some folks from BCTV as well. We're all with you as there's a kick high and deep to the 21, and it's muffed, but it's returned by Jackson Riley. He's going to gain just a couple. In on the stop is number 6 for Battery Creek. That's Taiwan Simmons.
Yeah, so in my discussions, pregame discussions with Coach Milligan for JP2, one of his biggest concerns was discipline. It always is an issue for young teams this early in the season, but he said, so far turnovers and assignment discipline has been our issue, and we're seeing that on special teams early for the Warriors.
Yes, indeed. Reminder, our presenting sponsor is Summit Services. Summit Services, cooling, heating, electrical, and pools. As there's a run to the right side, not much doing there for JP2.
One of the keys for Shayne Milligan and, having offensive success has been, he's talking about this experienced offensive line, returning 5 starters, even though one is hurt right now with a broken thumb. He said, it's all about keeping low pad leverage to get some push on the offensive line. That's what these coaches teach religiously, you know. And I think the new phraseology in football in general is put a hat on a hat.
Yes.
That's what they're teaching. You know, you got to be physical in this game, and that's how you impose your will on your opponent.
Yep. Again, Summit Services, cooling, heating, electric, and pools, your leader in home performance services in the Lowcountry. Thanks to Summit Services for supporting WHHI sports all year long. Not much doing on another run play, and Battery Creek really taking advantage of what JP2 is trying to do in all facets. With 8:32 remaining in the opening quarter, 6-0 BC leads. Third down and short coming up.
Yeah, so far we're seeing aggressive play out of the Creek defense. I like saying the Creek.
I agree.
Actually, one of my favorite bands when I was a kid was Sugar Creek out of Charlotte. I got to meet the lead singer once. He said, "It's the Creek, baby. It's the Creek." So we're here at the Creek, and so far Battery Creek is looking good.
There's a deep ball down the field. It's caught.
My God.
This is going to be a JP2 touchdown.
Okay.
Holy mackerel, Andy McDowell. Touchdown, JP2. Thomas Gim with a huge breakaway speed after that catch. And he's a running back, y'all. He's the running back. Touchdown, John Paul II.
Well, I'll tell you, Alan Wolf found his battery mate there early on. He got, I'm guessing it was a broken coverage, but Gem got behind the coverage, and what a ball. What a beautiful ball there by Alan Wolf.
I have to correct myself. He is the wide receiver.
Two things you love about downfield balls. One is it's got to have that touch on it. You know, two, you want to find a player, you know, in stride, and he did both of those things. Perfectly thrown ball.
JP2.
We're off to a great start here in 24.
With another touchdown on the board for this one, it is 7-6. JP2 with a lead. Back with more. 8.5 to go in the first. On WHHI Sports TV, it's the Highway 170 Bowl. Come on back.
At iCryo Wellness and Fitness, we are dedicated to elevating your lifestyle through our diverse range of services. For people on the go, try one of our premium lifestyle services, which range from 3 to 30 minutes. Some include full body cryo, red light therapy, and infrared saunas. Our specialty services include vitamin shots and IV solutions, as well as medical weight loss treatments with injections. Prepare, recover, and enhance your performance at iCryo Recovery and Wellness of Okatee and Bluffton.
Sequins Ballroom is an elegant, flexible, and affordable venue for your wedding, event, or reception located in Bluffton, South Carolina. Their unique facility will allow you to create lasting memories from the moment you and your guests step into the ballroom. Bring in your own catering, decor, drinks, and more for an unforgettable experience. With a variety of floor plans for the smallest event or a floor plan to accommodate events of up to 150 guests, Sequins Ballroom will be sure to please.
JP2 is going to kick off. Chase Olson, returning starter, coming back from a broken collarbone. First region game, 543 yards passing and 8 touchdowns, as there was a botch on the kick, but it is recovered. And Battery Creek trying to make something happen, as this is Derrick Smalls. He had a big game in the game we saw in the last couple of times we saw Battery Creek, and he's going to be certainly a big key for them, along with Freeman. And certainly one Chase Olson, but Chase Olson hasn't even thrown the ball yet.
No, I know. We've been about 5 minutes into the game, and he hasn't even seen the field yet. But we're going to get our first look at Chase Olson. You know, the one thing, probably one of the most glaring and touching moments of last season was watching Chase Olson pick up an injured player from the other team. And I just thought that's what this is all about, sportsmanship.
That was in the Whale Branch game, and I'm not ashamed.
I've been a fan ever since.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. That almost brought me to tears on the air.
Same here.
That was beautiful.
Same here.
Olson going under center, a couple of guys to him, and it's a handoff up the middle. This is going for a nice gain near a first down.
Boy.
Actually still going, rumbling, bubbling, stumbling.
Now,
like
I'll tell you,
semis.
Coaches absolutely love to see that. I mean, a player that, you know, plays through the whistle, keeps those legs churning. Who is number 0 there, Marcus? Do we got a name on him?
I don't.
Some of our numbers are off. But I'll tell you what, that was power running, and I'll tell you, great job by that offensive line to create a crease for him. He did the rest, but boy, I love watching that grinding those legs after contact.
And that was a State Farm first down, brought to you by Kevin M. Sevier of State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Kevin Sevier of State Farm is there for all your home and auto insurance needs. First down and 10.
Larry Jacquemot's going to check out to see if we can find out who number 0 is.
Okay, we've got, I believe, a delay on Battery Creek. Reminder that our postcard sponsor is Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth, uniting the community to promote positive choices. Second down upcoming. And there's Jeremy Pope digging into the nachos. Chase Olson going to keep it himself. Get to the outside, across the 40, 45. Down the sideline goes Olson to the 48-yard line, where he's brought down by a couple of JP2 Golden Warriors.
I'll tell you, that was a little fake and bake by Olson there. I like that. I love the triple option, always have, and love looking that defender off. That's the first thing that coaches will teach an option quarterback. Use your eyes to look your defender off. Unfortunately, it's coming back with a flag, but great job by Olson there.
Sebastian Slousny in on the stop. So now we got a second down and long coming up. Going out of the shotgun, high pass, it is caught by Antonio Hampton. And there goes Hampton across the 40 down the sideline. He's got a foot race. 20, 10, out of bounds. Hits the pylon. Did he make it? I think he was out in between the 5 and 10-yard line. He was straddling it the whole way like a truck. He's going to be marked down at the 5, first down and goal. That is a Kevin Sevier of State Farm first down. Again, he was straddling that down the sideline like an old straddle truck at Timkins Steel Company back in Canton, Ohio. My uncle worked at Timkins for 30 years. Looked like my Uncle Greg on that one.
Uncle Greg would be proud of Hampton there. You know, that's
yes, indeed.
I'll tell you, Battery Creek showing some speed here early.
First down and goal. Here's a run to the outside. Boom! Touchdown! Has taken it is number 0. That's a TCL touchdown. Stepping up with TCL, the Technical College of the Lowcountry, and one alma mater of my dear girlfriend Sam Wolf.
Hey, can
12
we
to 7.
Can we just call him Agent 0 until we figure out his name?
It.
Agent 0.
I like it.
He's looking good.
12 to 7. 8:20 remaining in the opening quarter. We've got a barn burner and a track meet. If you got to do something, go for it at a commercial break. We've got another extra point coming up. Step, drills it. And this one is through on the right side. 13 to 7 in favor of BC. We'll be back with more. It's 13-7, 8:19 to go in the first quarter. Back with more after this.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kevin Sevier and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
Taking a little break, thanks to Sequins Ballroom for our sideline report. We're in the concession stand. Lots of good food here. This is the Battery Creek Booster Club. I just learned this is a family back here. Jason Bailey is joining us. Thanks so much. How did you all start doing this?
Well, you know, it's about 13 years ago. We kind of got into it. Our children were here. I got nieces, nephews that are here. And we've kind of run with it from there. It's kind of a joy to give back to and see the kids enjoying coming in, working, and then the scholarship fund that we have.
Yeah, so the money that you all raise goes to two different things. The scholarship fund is very impressive. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so about 2 years ago, we started to split the money with the teams because we were starting to get some really good donors helping us out. And so with that, we decided, well, let's put the money to a little bit better use. And so we started a scholarship fund. Our first year, we did $30,000. Last year, we gave away $45,000. And we had 16 applicants. We're hoping the entire senior class, bombards us this year. And I think the top rating got $8,500.
That's amazing, and what a great way to give back to the kids and the community, and of course the rest of the money going to sports programs. So just a great use of your time, and we appreciate you giving back to the community and taking some time with us. We'll let you get back to your family.
Well,
Thanks, Jason.
Appreciate that.
All right, we'll get back to the game.
Ed Susi, I talked about it with him. He said, we've got to keep playing strong, making progress. Just keep playing well against our opponents, playing well for ourselves as a team. Trying to improve each week. They're doing that. They played well against HHCA in a 17-7 loss last week. They're up over JP2 13-7 so far in the first quarter of the Highway 170 Bowl. Here comes a return off the kickoff, and it is Jackson Riley taking it out to the 25-yard line. First down and 10, JP2. What's a key for them? Down 6 right now, Daniel. 8:17 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, I think you just don't panic. You stick to your game plan. You stick to what you've been working on all week in practice. I said it several times already that I like what I'm seeing out of the quarterback, Alan Wolf. To be a sophomore, he looks very comfortable back there. Clearly shows that he can throw the football. I think he's got some legs on him too. So you go to your game plan. I mean, you gave up kind of I would call it a early season fluke on special teams. You scratch that one, it's 7-7.
And not much doing there on the ground for Bryant Jolly. And Ethan Cox, number 11, with the stop.
Marcus, going back to Thomas Gim, who was the recipient of that beautiful pass by Alan Wolf to get the first score here for JP2. He was a one-way starter last year on defense. He was slated to begin the season as a backup on offense, but injury bumped him into the starting position at receiver. He's got, through 2 games, 7 catches, 106 yards, and now his second TD of the season. So he's proven he's got some mettle.
He's listed as number 2. That pass is tipped and incomplete. Intended for number 13, Thomas Gim, right there. He's listed as number 2 on our sheet, but it's Damian Freeman, number 0. Yeah, Damian Freeman can do some things. He's a leader, can play any position. 311 passing yards, replaced Chase at quarterback throughout the course of last year. 235 rushing yards, injured for 4 weeks. Offensive player, but also a linebacker and safety, looking for big things from him this year on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because I was looking for number 2. You and I talked pregame about the dual threat that is Smalls and Freeman. And boy, I'll tell you, Freeman's packed on some muscle.
He sure has. I saw a lot of guys at Media Day that have done that look completely different. Media Day and beyond. Scrambling around, trying to make something happening and throwing it away. There is Alan Wolf, had nowhere to go. May River, who we'll see, and I talked about them a bunch on Talk of the Town the other day. I'm really looking forward to seeing them later in the year. They are looking awfully good so far with reshaping their program. How about Hilton Head Prep with the first win in 2 years last week against St.
Congratulations to the Prep Dolphins.
They look great, and they're working hard, much like this Battery Creek team. I think Battery Creek and Hilton Head Prep are very similar in their approach, working as a family unit, really trying to reshape the program after several years of, let's just say, mediocre play. And now really looking forward to big things from Hilton Head Prep. I think they can win a few games this year. We'll see what happens with this one as it continues. 8:12 to go. We've got a punt coming up. It's a high one and fairly deep. It's going to take a nice roll, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 33.5-yard line. So Battery Creek will take over with 8:12 to go in the opening quarter of play. Our score remains 13-7. BC will have the football, and they're going to be back on the offensive side where somebody for this JP2 defense is going to have to step up, make some plays. It is starting to cool down, so I don't really think, and we're not on the field, obviously, but the heat and humidity don't seem to be too much of a factor right now.
Well, this is cramp season. We talk about it all the time. The first 3 to 4 weeks of high school football in this area with the humidity is always teams are suspect, especially in the third and fourth quarters, to cramping. So we'll keep an eye on that, but so far so good.
Thanks so much to Fat Babies for our sausage guys and all the other accoutrements for today's game. We chowed down really well before the ball game. Thank you very much to Eric and the crew at Fat Babies. Here comes a punt, high and fairly deep. Caught at the 32, and it's going to be taken. And here is Smalls. He ripped off a big return earlier, and he's going to go down at about the 36-yard line. 8:11 remaining in the opening quarter.
I like seeing Smalls field that ball. A lot of times, coaches say field that ball if you can. It looked like that punt might have gone out of bounds anyway, but, with his talent, he wants to see what he can do. He's already proven he can take it to pay dirt, so I like that from Smalls.
Reminder, our Media Day sponsor, FWDG, the Furniture Warehouse Direct Gallery. The furniture and services you deserve. First down and 10 for BC. They've got a 13-7 lead, 8:10 to go in the opening quarter. Olsen going to take the snap, and I thought he ended up pulling it out down the right side, but it's actually a handoff. That play always gets me. I could be doing this for 25 years, and that play's always going to get me. As it was the handoff for a couple of yards, it'll be second down coming up.
Well, it gets you when you've got a quarterback that understands how to run the dive and the option offense. Chase Olsen does a good job of disguising what he's doing, and that all just comes from body language and experience.
Second down on the way for Battery Creek. Again, a lot of guys heading towards that backfield. Here's a handoff left side. Across the 48 to the 49-yard line. I'm not sure who ended up running that football there, Daniel.
Looked like
That's a
17.
BC first down.
But we don't have a 17, so.
That we do not.
No, it was 17 was the defender there. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. We do have a flag down, though.
Oh, and we have a flag? Looks like a holding on the offense. We're being taken back. And that'll leave us with a 2nd and 12.
Second down at 12 after the penalty. Olsen back in the shotgun. He's got the snap. He's going back, rolling to his right. He's going to take off as I thought he was going to do before. 45-yard line and out of bounds.
I like the decisiveness there from Chase Olsen. Once again, showing that junior experience. He's been a starter now for a couple years and showing that experience. A lot of times, quarterbacks will sit and look for the pass when they've got a pocket and an opening, and he saw that and took it very decisively, picked up a good chunk of yardage for his team.
Reminder, our instant replay brought to you by Giuseppe's Pizza. Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House on Hilton Head Island. It is celebrating 40 great years of Lowcountry family tradition. Handoff to the short side of the field. We've got another flag on the play. This is where last year I would say that this flag was brought to you by Aflac. I was able to do the duck.
No duck this year?
Not yet.
Well, Aflac, if you want to come back, we'd love to have you.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
You saw Coach Susi out there. He wasn't saying Aflac and nothing like a duck. I mean, he was very upset there. He
was looking like a bulldog.
Yeah, this is his second year, and he talked about at Media Day, that we're working on discipline. That's such a key, especially early in the season, is for guys to focus.
And Olsen with a handoff. There's a breakaway speed down the sideline. BC is going to have a touchdown. Breaking it down the sideline was number 9. Nigel Fripp nearly went down but Fripp was able to stay on his feet to make it 19-7 with 8:08 to go in the opening quarter.
Do I see, Marcus, that Nigel Fripp is a freshman? Is that right?
Number 9 is number 9. He is indeed a freshman.
Wow. That's a good looking freshman.
And it had a little look of Tony O'Banner to him.
Yes, it
And we'll see
did.
Tony O'Banner later on this year.
Touchdown, Tony.
Extra point is through.
Fripp took a trip straight to the house. Yeah.
Back with more of the I-70 Bowl after this.
Hi, this is Jim Lanero, Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House. I'm proud to announce that we're celebrating 40 years in business, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have supported us over the years, not to mention a lot of people, both past and present, that have worked here and made incredible contributions. So thank you all. Don't forget, Giuseppe's is the home of the Steeler Nation. Plenty of TVs, great food and drink specials each and every Steeler Sunday. We hope to see you here.
There have been so many big plays and so many stoppages because of the scores and penalties. A couple of timeouts. There's a boot that's short. It's going to go out of bounds. And this is a big play on the side of JP2. Can they take this positive momentum via this field position? They have to, Daniel. They have to.
Talk about, again, things that drive coaches crazy. Penalties, turnovers, and mistakes on special teams. You know, you're spotting, after you got momentum, you're spotting your opponent 15 yards. That's tough, and coaches aren't going to swallow that very well.
Sebastian Slusny, one of the big players on this game. Team's on offense, but I'm going to talk about him as a fifth-year varsity player on defense, the leading tackler from last season, 104 tackles, second team all-region. Alex Mercer is a guy that can play both ways. He was questionable to play, and I don't think I've seen him to this point. Shayne Milligan at Wakefield High School, coached under Steve Rivers, if that name sounds familiar. That's father of one Philip Rivers. And Milligan was a freshman in high school when Phil was playing, or shall I say Philip. There's a handoff up the middle and a nice gain to the 45-yard line of BC for number 7. Well done for Bryant Jolly, and Bryant's been able to get something rolling here.
Yeah, nice crease there created by that experienced offensive line of the Warriors. And good hard running, quick running there. You know, good running backs find pockets quickly, and he did that. Great eyes upfield, and a good gain.
Our timeout sponsor is the Great Frame Up, where you get a great experience, the Great Frame Up. There's a short run up the middle, and BC says, no, you do. No, you don't, Bryant Jolly. He was stuffed. Not much doing there after the positive momentum on the first play. The clock's stuck at 8:08. I got a feeling that we're a little bit further along than that. We've got a false start. And it's going back. JP2's going backwards. (20-7).
It'll be a 1st and 50 for John Paul.
First down. First down and 15.
One of the big concerns coming into this game for Coach Milligan and staff was they've got a lot of early injuries this season.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think we're seeing some thinning there in that defense so far.
First down and 15. As here's a little bit of action towards the sideline. Not much doing. And more laundry.
Grounding. Oh boy, that's costly. You know, that's a spot foul, as many football enthusiasts know. That's one that hurts a little bit more than the average penalty because it's a possession foul. So not only do you lose all those yards from where the grounding took place, but you lose the down as well.
Yes, indeed.
Great pursuit there by Battery Creek. They seem to be sitting into their defensive game plan here as the game progresses here towards the first half, but I don't see that clock moving yet, Marcus. It's stuck on 8:08.
I think we have a clock that is working in slow motion, and we've got a stoppage in the action. We will take it. It's a great frame-up timeout. We'll be back right after this on WHHI Sports TV.
Don't have cable? No problem. You can now stream WHHI-TV on Roku, Fire TV, and on WHHITV.com. Just search WHHI-TV and download our app. It's that easy.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
At Technical College of the Lowcountry, we are unwavering in our commitment to you. In our community, within a community, support of you. We'll help you find the right career path, along with fast and flexible courses for you to continue in a strong and steady way, from day one through graduation and beyond. We want you to come, and we want to see you go, all the way. TCL, together we are unwavering.
Welcome back into the 2024 High School Football Bowl Series. We've been having a great game here at Battery Creek. We caught up with, we made him catch up with us. Thanks so much for taking some time with us, Alan Wolf, who is joining us from SERG Restaurant Group President, and you're here enjoying the game tonight.
I sure am. It's a nice night out here. It's awesome. Great facility at Battery Creek.
We appreciate that. And, there's a lot of things that you do at SERG to give back to the community. I want you to take just a brief minute so we can brag on you and highlight that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, post-COVID, we came up with a program called Community Strong, and that's where people can buy a gift card for $300, and it comes with $100 that we donate to nonprofits and $100 back to our employees for employee benefits.
Wow, that's awesome. Some really cool things that you're doing over there at SERG Group with your employees, giving back to the community. We also really appreciate our sponsors for the broadcast of youth athletics, because we could not do that without you. And Giuseppe's is coming out in a big way this year, and it's a big year for them.
Yeah, Giuseppe's celebrating 40 years, opened in 1984. The one in Bluffton's been open for 24 years at this point. So it's just an incredible story. That's the founder of our company, Steve Carb, Tony Arcuri, and Jim Lanero brought it all to life for us 40 years ago. That's where we started.
Yeah, so neat. Y'all have a great group of folks, too, at the restaurants at SERG Restaurant Group. I don't know if you know this, we're going to surprise you today with an award. We have a Community Leader Award that we give out at every game, and today we're going to award you with that.
That is very thankful. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate what you do. We've got a lot of sponsors here, and we know you guys are a big part of it. Better Collision is our community leader supporter, and so we appreciate what Giuseppe's is doing, what they're doing, and all of our folks. But wanted to say thank you for your work in the community, and
thank you.
Appreciate what you do. This is your award.
Great,
Thanks
thank you.
for taking some time with us
Have a great
tonight,
football
Alan.
season, Jessica.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get back to the game.
Second down and a whole bundle for JP2. There's a pass from Wolf. It is incomplete. And
that
one is
classic looking upfield before you look the ball in and secure it. That's a common mistake among young receivers. That was a good ball there, too. He had some space. Yeah, I love, we talk about the mission statements of these respective teams. Coach Milligan, you read Ed Susi's. Coach Milligan says, quote, "Fight, finish, faith. The obstacles and struggles are placed there to strengthen us, to challenge our faith, to determine how hard we will fight, and to witness our ability to finish. Warriors will not back down," end quote. I love that.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Boyden was the receiver that last pass was intended for. As here's another pass to the left side, and it is caught, and what a hit. Good grief. As that's a huge play by Germani Bronner with a huge hit. Short gain on the left side, and it's 4th and a bundle for John Paul. They're going to be punting this football away. Let's hear from Sequins Ballroom.
Sequins Ballroom, an affordable, elegant, and customizable venue for your wedding, reception, or special event.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was where the Dancing with the Local Stars was, correct?
You're correct, sir.
And you were in there. There is a blocked punt, and BC's going to pick it up at about the 45-yard line. You were in that competition.
Along with our general manager, Jessa Jeremiah.
And a bunch of our other colleagues and friends. I did the voiceover for it. It was a great event. I happened to watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this right now. My partner, Daniel Court, although I've never played golf with him, I know for a fact the man can golf. The man can sing. The man can broadcast football, and he knows his football, and I can tell you this for sure as well. The man can dance. Congratulations, partner. That was
Thank you, brother.
That was absolutely incredible.
Well,
and Jessa was incredible, too.
It was quite unexpected. I hated that it had to be a competition because there was no losers that night. We raised a bunch of money for Kiwanis Club. It had nothing to do with me. It was all my partner, Monica Boer, spinner.
And there's, oh, bam! That looked like a helmet to the ribs as down the sideline for BC goes number 6, Tyree Simmons. Good grief. There's a flag down in a 20-7 lead for BC. And, I mean, did it get any better than having the great MC that you all had for that competition?
The island legend himself, Monty Jet.
Monty Jet, just unbelievable.
The golden voice, man.
People say that I've got a golden voice. I got several years to even get to Monty Jet status.
Yeah, you're doing well in your own right.
Thank you,
but Monty, Monty's sort of an icon around here. I mean, he's been doing this for multiple decades, and he's been the grand wizard and grand marshal of the St. Patty's Parade, among many other things, Concours d'Elegance. Monty and I worked together on the RBC Heritage broadcast for many years. Monty's a dear friend and a true talent.
Was he born and raised here, do you know?
I don't.
Is he a local? I'll have to find that out. Here's a run up the middle, not much doing. Our officials for you. We finally have them. We did have a replacement thrown in the mix. Rick Puente is our referee with the white hat. The umpire, Brian Williams. The linesman is Sheldon Middleton. The line judge, Billy Sanford, and the back judge, Adam Rich. Officials are needed. Go to highschoolofficials.com to find out more. Highschoolofficials.com. The NFHS, the National Federation of High Schools, working with officials, and one of Battery Creek's own is doing a great job with that, that being Sarah Hayes, as she got elevated to working with, I believe it's volleyball, a couple other female sports, and certainly basketball as a former AD and head coach of BC basketball. On the girls' side, she's been doing great things, and we look forward to seeing what she does down the stretch as it's a 1st down and 10 for the Dolphins at the John Paul 41-yard line, brought to you by Kevin Sevier of State Farm. For all your home and auto insurance needs, State Farm is there, and so is Kevin Sevier of State Farm.
Yeah, Chase Olson, number 12 quarterback there, took nothing and made something out of it. It looked like sort of a misdirection or some confusion with the handoff, and he saw some daylight and took it.
Here's the snap. And a quick pass and some speed down the sideline. 20, 15, and out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Another State Farm. Kevin M. Sevier, 1st down.
Yeah, Jamari Bronner, that's he's a good-looking player too. I mean, the Creek has some weapons on the edges, and I still love when coaches get that ball out of their quarterback's hands quickly, get it to your playmakers, let them create. The offensive line and the downfield blockers are doing a beautiful job of creating daylight for those guys, and then they create the rest. Bronner is the one on that holding call that delivered that blow to the defensive back. Coaches absolutely love that when an offensive player is willing to take on the contact, and he sure did that.
Here's a run towards the middle. Not much doing for BC, but they're getting near that end zone again. Again, John Paul II beat up with some key injuries. Senior Jackson Sanders, leading returner, broke his arm in the Week 1 loss to Carleton Prep. Lucas Yackley, starting offensive tackle, defensive end, broke his thumb during practice before the first game against Carleton Prep. And Alex Mercer, starting inside linebacker and fullback, high ankle sprain this past week versus Lawrence Manning. That was a tough 51-25 loss for JP2. There's a run towards the middle, heading near the end zone and down at about the 2-yard line is number 22 for BC. That's Eddie Hayward. Eddie Hayward, running back and linebacker, 3rd down and 1. And those injuries are really stacking John Paul II up in a tough position as the ball is spotted at the 2-yard line.
It's true, and that was Shayne Milligan's one of his biggest concerns coming in tonight, that they're just a little thin right now to be this early in the season.
There's another handoff, and that's a thought it was a touchdown, but
that's a great stop.
Not quite.
Not so fast, says the Golden Warriors.
Hayward goes down just a bit shy. Reminder that Giuseppe's Pizza is our instant replay sponsor. And in Bluffton, it's the Pizza and Pasta House, home of the Big Unit Challenge. What do you think the Big Unit Challenge is?
Boy, I couldn't even begin to guess. I got some ideas in my head.
Maybe
I don't want to say them, though.
Maybe like a 51-inch pie. What number was Randy Johnson? He was something like that.
51.
I got it right, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe a 6-foot 10-inch pie, because that was about how tall he was. And here's a touchdown, taking it right side. Peter, BC scores again.
Fripp took another trip. Little shorter trip this time, but that's second touchdown for him tonight.
Fripp with another nice little scamper. He's looking sharp, and it's 26-7 here in the second quarter.
I can see, Marcus, why Ed Susi was so enthusiastic at Media Day. You know, he's got a ton of talent, especially on that offensive side of the ball. I mean, we just saw Eddie Hayward there, who is a relative newcomer.
Yeah.
And Coach Susi says he has a ton of ability at running back, and he's hard to bring down. We just saw that on the previous 2 runs.
Point after is not close. It's blocked. And a flag down. While we have a second, I'm going to be getting this from a couple members of the crew. We're underway in the college football season, and we will be getting underway in the NFL here shortly. I want to get Daniel Court, and Daniel told me about this pregame off camera, but I want to get your college football national championship prediction.
The matchup?
Yes.
Well, I tell you, I always go back to quarterbacks. I'm a quarterback guy. I look at the experience, even though no more Saban at Alabama. I look at the experience of Jalen Milroe. And the transfer, the All-American transfer, Dylan Gabriel out of Oklahoma to Oregon. I like Alabama facing Oregon in the national championship.
Your winner.
Oregon. The Ducks.
Aflac.
You just wanted to say Aflac.
That's right. Here's a handoff in there, and it's good. He does it again. That's an extra 2 points to make it 28-7. I like Georgia and Ohio State. You talk about a lot of players on both those teams. Ryan Day's got to do something big this year. 11:58 to go in the first half. 28-7 in favor of Battery Creek. We're taking a timeout at the Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Barry Edwards with Island Tire and Automotive Services. Here at Island Tire, we like to provide you with peace of mind by using the best with Michelin tires. With 19 plants in North America, 7 of those are here in South Carolina. Michelin makes it easy to support local giving, because they provide the best quality, top-leading innovation and service. 3 things Michelin and Island Tire and Automotive Services have in common: quality, innovation, and service. Give us a call today.
So again, Daniel likes Oregon over Alabama, and I'm going Ohio State over Georgia, in case you didn't know. OHIO, 11:58 to go in the quarter.
That's really going out on a limb there, partner.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Take a chance.
I'm taking a bit of a
a chance, I think, in a way, in my Super Bowl pick.
I still think that was it the Georgia-Ohio State game, the semifinals 2 years ago.
What a game that was.
When Bennett just proved all the naysayers wrong and led Georgia back for maybe a 1-point victory over Ohio State.
And
that was the real national championship because Georgia went on to just blow TCU out.
That's right. Braden Stepp, number 18 for BC, the kicker punter. He's an Ohio kid. So is Ed Susi, by the way. Soccer player on the team of A1 players. First time kicking, but he loves it.
You know what they say in Hilton
Susi
Head?
around the Columbus area originally.
In the real estate business, which I'm in here in Hilton Head, we say that Ohio is the southernmost tip of Hilton Head Island.
Yes, it is. That's the way
we got
it
a lot
works.
of Ohioans here, and we love them.
I'm finding out more and more that there are a lot of Long Islanders here, too.
Well, sure.
First Long Islander I ever met, to my knowledge, was Sam, and I've known a lot more since getting to know her.
Who wants high taxes and cold weather?
That's a good question. Return from the 12-yard line. There's JP2 breaking across the 45-yard line. Maybe that will get this team going a little bit as Bryant Jolly with the return.
Marcus, I think it's we got some numbers that might be wrong here on both rosters. Hard to say, but I think number 7 might be Connor Brown. I saw that Connor Brown was number 7 in media day, so who knows? We'll find out. Larry Jackimont's on the mission.
Okay, I'm going with what we've got. Reminder: our wellness report was brought to you by iCryo. Prepare, recover, and enhance your performance at iCryo Recovery and Wellness of Oakity Bluffton. We're going to take a time out. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV.
Got any 4s?
Go fish. Got any 6s?
If you can't do this in your crawl space, call Low Country Crawlspaces today and make your entire home comfortable.
Right, Kyle?
Oh, for sure. Okay.
That's too comfortable.
Not only do we specialize in moisture control and mold remediation, but we can turn your crawl space into a usable and functional space for storage or anything else you have in mind. Call or text Low Country Crawlspaces today for a free inspection and estimate.
We welcome you back. Second quarter, 28-7, JP2 with the ball. There is a little screen pass up the middle, not much going, and Battery Creek there on the stop.
I like the play call. I like the execution, and I think Gim is a good-looking receiver there, possession receiver. Catches the ball with his hands, secures it, moves straight upfield. A good delivery, timely delivery there by Wolf. There are some highlights I'm seeing on the offensive unit here for JP2. But they got a pretty deep hole here early on, Marcus, to dig out of.
There's Larry Jackimont coming through with the official read. Become an official. Speaking of officials, they're there to throw flags, and one was just thrown. Become an official. Make the right call. Become a high school official. Be the difference maker your community needs. High school graduation shouldn't have to end your involvement with high school athletics. False start on the offense. You can become an official by joining a local officials association sanctioned by the South Carolina High School League. Benefits of officiating: you can become physically fit, make new friends, become a positive influence in a young person's life. Stay involved in a game that you love, earn extra income, learn more about a sport that you love or grow to love. Give back to your community. Become an official. Hashtag highschoolofficials.com. Hashtag become an official. Another false start by JP2.
Just more of what Shayne Milligan's talking about, just discipline, focus. These, again, are things that many teams at the high school level run into early in the season, but it's not an excuse, and coaches aren't going to let it pass. He kept them in the locker room, Marcus, till about 2 minutes before kickoff. And he told me, he said, that's what I kept stressing. It's like, I got to drill it into these guys.
They played, it was a good matchup with them at Colleton Prep in week one. Actually, it was, week one. Week 0, I beg your pardon. They lost 16-6, but they got thumped by Lawrence Manning 54-25 last week. It was only after we saw the switch at quarterback with Wolf coming in that the offense started to get going, but the defense got got hit pretty good, and they're getting smacked around here pretty good, unfortunately, here tonight. 28-7 the score remains in the second quarter.
Well, and even though Hilton Head Christian Academy had a big win last week over Battery Creek, 17-7.
That's right.
You know, I always, when I look at private school versus public school, you know, I'm always going to lean toward the public school because of, you know, size of student body and depth on the teams, and that's kind of, I think, a little bit of what we're seeing here tonight.
Here's Wolf throwing a deep ball. Got a man over the middle. It's Gibb. Touchdown!
Fool me once. What's the saying, Marcus? Fool me once.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
Shame on me. And Thomas Gem with another touchdown, his second of the game. And maybe that can get the spark going for JP2. John Paul II makes it 28-13 on that strike. It's a TCL stepping up touchdown with TCL.
And a strike it was. The same strike, another beautiful ball right in stride. I mean, Gim's, it's like just falling into the breadbasket there. I mean, what a beautiful ball, a beautiful route. I'll tell you, this Doug Gim.
He's quite a golfer,
Thomas Gim, yeah. Doug Gim's a PGA Tour
Pro,
yeah.
Extra point is no good. It missed. It remains 28-13, second quarter action of the Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV. Back in a moment.
Game day just got better. Bonez Bar and Grill is your go-to spot for football, food, and fun. At Bonez, we've got everything you need to make game day great. Big screens at every angle, ice-cold beer, and mouth-watering wings, burgers, and more. Whether you're here for the food, the drinks, or just the thrill of the game, Bonez Bar and Grill is your home turf for football fun. Bonez Bar and Grill, where fans eat, drink, and live for the game. Visit us today.
Kevin Libby on the sidelines here with Kim. Kim, we like science on WHHI Sports. You have quite a contraption. Tell us what's going on here and what you're looking for.
This is just the wet bulb that we take out every practice, every game. It measures the heat, the humidity, where the sun's at, and how fast the wind's blowing. And it gives us a temperature, and we've got to go by that, by the high school league rules.
So we're going for some safety standards here. This is a pretty scientific way to do it. I want to thank you very much for being here, supporting the team, and making sure everyone's out here in a safe environment. Appreciate you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right. Thanks to the guys.
Second quarter action here from Dolphin Field. This is a beautiful environment. I forgot how nice this place was.
This place is...
It's gorgeous.
It's very impressive, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, and it's, you know, when you build facilities like this, that can do nothing but build positive enthusiasm and growth for your organizations, your teams, your community support. They've just done such a beautiful job here.
Our schedule's going to look a little bit different this year as the kickoff is going to go to BC, and they're going to take it to the 36-yard line. We are not going to be with you again until September 20th, and we will be back here to see Beaufort take on Battery Creek. That should be an interesting matchup. Chris Tremblay will join the broadcast with yours truly, and he's going to be filling in for Daniel, who's going to be doing the role of a lifetime, as you had said earlier in the week. Thereabouts.
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to speak for you, but that's how I took it.
I'm bracing myself. Yeah, we've got a big production at the Main Stage Community Theater, Jekyll and Hyde, one of the most popular Broadway musicals for 10, 15 years. And it's going to be spectacular. I hope folks can come out and see it. Starts September 12th at Seahawk Cultural Center at Hilton Head High.
Awesome stuff. I plan on checking it out during that first weekend. Here's a run towards the middle. Not much doing for BC.
You know, you mentioned that first weekend, Marcus. Our first weekend, our first Friday night of shows is Friday the 13th.
Wow.
And I think, well, we're nearing Halloween time. I think right now, Battery Creek is experiencing on Friday night a little fear from number 13 of the Golden Warriors, Thomas Gim. I mean, he's gotten behind the secondary twice to receive just a perfect ball from his quarterback. And I'll tell you what, that was a huge play because it flipped the momentum back in JP2's direction. So Battery Creek needs to stay focused because this is far from over.
Absolutely. Second quarter action, 28-13. There goes Olsen looking back to pass. He's going to scramble, and he couldn't quite get by the defender. That was Sluesny, number 55. The big man got him by the ankle. Reminder that Indy Karting is our scoreboard sponsor this year as we have another flag. And it goes against BC. A timeout called by BC, rather. We'll take it with them. It's a great frame-up timeout. Back with more next.
The furniture and services you deserve since 1972. Buford's favorite store has your favorite brands. Oh, yes, we do. Mattresses, furniture, rugs, and accessories. Low prices that are sure to please. FWDG, #1 in the low country. The very best place to be. FWDG.
A reminder that Indy Karting is the ultimate indoor entertainment center. Indy Karting, they're our scoreboard sponsor as we are back here at beautiful Battery Creek, and Battery Creek having themselves a game leading 28-13 here in the second quarter. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, the rest of our WHHI Sports TV crew with you in the Highway 170 Bowl, getting our season underway. Again, we'll be back in a few weeks to see Buford here, as there's a little bit of pushing and shoving, and you got to think now, as that wind has died down and the night's getting long and it's on the fringes of being a blowout, tempers are starting to flare a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't mind that. You never want a 15-yard unnecessary penalty, but I like seeing the intensity, and I think coaches do too. You got to keep your head about you, though. I love seeing the enthusiasm there from the big number 77, Nate Moore, nose guard, 6 feet, 245. He was intense there and put a hit on Hayward.
Right. Battery Creek is going to be going backwards.
Yeah, this is a big point, I think, in the game, Marcus. Again, our clock isn't working, so we're not exactly sure how much time we have left here in the half. But big momentum swing. Battery Creek's got a 3-touchdown lead. You get the good, beautiful conversion for a touchdown from Wolf to Gim. Then the defense comes out. Battery Creek some self-inflicted wounds with penalties. If JP2 can convert this next drive before the half into a touchdown or even a field goal, they take all the momentum going into the clubhouse here at halftime. So, my gosh, we could have a whole new ball game, and sometimes the team that takes the momentum in at half comes out with a little bit better percentage chance to win the game.
Dolphins set to kick it away. Reminder that our halftime report is coming up. Kick caught at about the 36-yard line. And a reminder, BCTV, Beaufort County Television, is our halftime sponsor this year. BCTV, entertaining, timely content for Beaufort County. Visit BeaufortCounty.sc.gov/BCTV for more information.
And Marcus, I did get confirmation from Larry Jacquemont that number 7 is Bryant Jolly for the Warriors.
He's another one that's seen a lot of action so far here today, and he's played pretty well.
Yeah, he's a good-looking back.
He's a very good-looking back.
Good body, strong legs, quick, good vision.
He's a senior, running back and middle and outside linebacker, 5'10", 170. And here is Wolf, dropping back to pass, scrambling to the outside. He's going to get lit up. He's still got the ball. I was thinking they may have marked him down on contact, but he stayed up and ended up actually losing yardage to about the 30-yard line.
Well, again, this is where if you're Ed Susi and staff, you're just really calling on your defense to rise to the occasion. You do not want to give up a score here late in the second half and let the other team take the momentum in. So this is a big stand here for the Creek.
We'll hear from Island Tire and Auto, our MVP sponsor, here in just a second. Here's a pass, a deep ball from Wolf. It's downfield. It's picked off by the Creek. And taking it back is Smalls. He jukes a man. He's to the 30. He's down the sideline to the 20. He's still working his way down the sideline, and he's out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
That was just like another punt return. So Freeman says, fool me once, okay. Fool me twice, not so good. You're not going to fool me 3 times. No thrice there for Freeman. And, you know, once he's got the ball, it's got a very good chance to get home.
I believe that was number 1, Smalls. I think we said
I'm
Freeman
sorry. Did I say
0.
Freeman?
Yes.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Smalls. You are number 1, man. Wow.
And that's another huge play for him.
That was almost like a punt return.
Yeah.
But he played center field there. He was disciplined. And, you know, again, I like the idea for JP2 to go downfield. It is late in the half, but, boy, you gotta look. You got to have vision. You got to see that. And Wolf just did not.
There's a run to the corner, touchdown. Eddie Hayward with 1:26 left in the first half. Takes it in for a touchdown. Again, 1:26 to go in the first half. We were just told from one of the Battery Creek coaches or coordinators, and a big touchdown at TCL TD, stepping up with TCL, the Technical College of the Lowcountry. Inside 1.5 minutes to go. 34-13 BC with the lead and an extra point coming up.
Well, they totally flipped the script on John Paul right there, Marcus.
It's on the way, and it is through. 35-13 to go, or 35-13 our score. Inside 1.5 minutes left in the first half. We've got more from Battery Creek as they continue to roll here on WHHI Sports TV after this.
Come to Fat Baby's Happy Hour any day of the week and experience the best happy hour in town. During happy hour, all shareable snacks and drinks are half off. Come dine in from 4 to 6 and enjoy shareables like loaded tater tots, our homemade bruschetta, our world-famous boneless wings, garlic knots, and you can't forget the drinks. Grab a beer, cocktail, or glass of wine to go with your delicious snacks. So next time you're ready for happy hour, remember it's happy hour at Fat Baby's.
It is 35-13 Battery Creek. BC will kick it off to the 12-yard line. Here comes a return. JP2 trying to make something happen on special teams. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's who else? Thomas Gem. I tell you what, if JP2 somehow comes back and wins this game.
Thomas Gem's the player of the game?
Thomas Gem is the player of the game.
Yeah, I'm tracking with you on that. Yeah, he's a good-looking player.
I think right now Smalls is looking like the player of the game, I think, for BC.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
Wow.
You know, he's just got that whatever it is. We talk about that. He's got it. You know, that it is just great instincts. When he has the ball in his hand, he just knows what to do with it. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to have God-given speed.
Island Tire and Auto, the longest-serving tire retailer on Hilton Head. Of course, they do auto repair as well. They are an Island tradition. $35-13 in favor of Battery Creek. And again, this would be Ed Susi's first win at Battery Creek in year number 2 if they can hang on and get this thing done.
And you can't understate how huge that is, you know, for a program to get its first win. I played on a high school team. For the first 2 years, we had 3 wins. And that's really gets hard. And when you get that first win, it can change the trajectory of a program for the rest of the season, at least.
And again, Hilton Head prep with their first win in 2 years.
Also huge,
week.
Yep.
There's a JP2.
So is it safe to say the Dolphins are on the rise?
We've got a timeout. It looks so. Timeout. Back after this on WHHI Sports TV.
The Great Frame Up is your obvious choice to find the perfect frame to complement your budget, room, and lifestyle. We also have the only museum-quality cruise scanner in the Lowcountry. We can digitally restore photos, documents, or old newspaper articles. We invite you to visit our website to view and order museum-quality prints of art by well-known Lowcountry artists such as Ray Ellis, Candace Lovely, and Barry Honowitz, as well as photographers such as Ed Funk and Richard Ball. The Great Frame Up, where you get a great experience.
we heard that there's like a minute 25 left from a Battery Creek official. Jeremy Pope just did a great Seinfeld impression. What is the deal with the clock? There's a pass and it's incomplete. I was thinking that would be a great Jerry line.
What is the deal with the clock?
Kramer comes in. He says, I don't know, Jerry. I'll try to get it fixed, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, love Seinfeld.
You're aging yourself, brother.
No problem there.
Well, let's just say we do have a minute and so left.
That's right.
Not too late for JP2 to strike again. If they do, we've still got a ball game.
Again,
if we don't, it's going to be a tough sledding for JP2 to climb out of that hole.
No doubt. Here's a pass to the outside. It is caught, and there goes number 7, Bryant Jolly, and he is tripped up after a nice run. He's tripped up by Jamari Bronner. Jamari Bronner's had a great game on defense. Ed Susi talked about it. He said the emphasis in the off season was simple. Get in the weight room, get stronger, get there. We're not there yet, but we're moving in the right direction. Well, they're definitely moving in the right direction as they're eyeing win number 1 in the Ed Susi era at Battery Creek.
Well, Marcus, they've got 3 to maybe 4 skill position players at the Creek that could play at any level, anywhere in the state.
There's a pass from Wolf. It's to the outside. It's complete. And it's another nice game for JP2. That's Andrew Boyden. Boyden's had himself a nice game.
Yeah, they're good players, good athletes on both sides. I just like watching, one of the things I think I love most about high school sports is intensity. These kids are playing hard.
No question about it. We have a stoppage called by JP2. It's a timeout. It's a great frame-up timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back. 35-13 BC on WHHI Sports TV.
Sequins Ballroom is an elegant, flexible, and affordable venue for your wedding, event, or reception located in Bluffton, South Carolina. Their unique facility will allow you to create lasting memories from the moment you and your guests step into the ballroom. Bring in your own catering, decor, drinks, and more for an unforgettable experience. With a variety of floor plans for the smallest event or a floor plan to accommodate events of up to 150 guests, Sequins Ballroom will be sure to please.
So we could have a coach's decision about a running clock here soon. Right now it's 35-13. It's a 22-point game. All it would take is there was an offsides against Creek. All it would take would be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion by BC to make it a 43-13 game, 30-point lead. At that point, the two coaches can decide whether they want to run the clock and end the ball game. If 10 more points go on the board and it becomes a 40-point game or more, that is when it's a running clock automatically. And yes, I did call a running clock game with Chuck Zapek back in 2015 between at the time the Ridgeland Hardyville Jaguars. As scrambling around is Wolf, still scrambling. What's he going to do? He's going to lob one up, incomplete. And so Ridgeland Hardyville Jaguars and Hilton Head Seahawks in 2015. And that final score was Hilton Head 68, Ridgeland Hardyville 14. Yes, I'm not using any notes. That is off the top of the head, folks, from 9 years ago. And so, yeah.
You're an elephant, man.
And it looks like we are heading to halftime. It's 35-13. We are heading to the break. We're going to have the halftime report brought to you by Beaufort County Television and our friends at BCTV. 35-13. BC over JP2. Halftime next.
Did you know Beaufort County has a television channel? And you can watch the county channel many different ways. Watch on cable, Hargrave, Channel 9, Comcast, Channel 2, and Spectrum, Channel 1304. You can find the county channel on YouTube. Plus, the channel is always streaming online at BeaufortCounty.tv. Here you'll find video on demand of all the programs and helpful transcripts of meetings. Your county, your channel, the Beaufort County Channel.
Welcome to the BCTV halftime report on WHHI-TV of the Highway 170 Bowl here at Battery Creek. It's Battery Creek 35 and JP2 13. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, the rest of our crew with you. Daniel, a key for JP2 going into this second half, down 3 touchdowns.
Well, stick to your game plan. You know, limit the mistakes. They've had the one costly turnover that Freeman took back nearly for a score. You know, stick to your game plan. They're hindered by injuries. They understand that. They're playing a team that's probably got a little bit more talent. And for Battery Creek, you know, stay with that four-headed juggernaut. You know, the experience of Chase Olson and those skill players is hard to deal with.
A key player for each in the second half.
I like Chase Olson, the leadership, getting the ball to his playmakers. And we keep talking about Thomas Ginn. Get him the ball and let him create.
No doubt about it. That's the halftime report brought to you by BCTV on WHHI-TV. Second half of the Highway 170 Bowl coming up next on WHHI-TV.
Did you know that the brain doesn't fully develop until your mid-20s?
Substance abuse harms brain development, causes mental health disorders, and leads to addiction.
E-cigarettes negatively affect oxygen supply, endurance, and attention. Marijuana affects concentration, reaction time, and decision making.
Alcohol affects judgment, endurance, and complex motor skills.
Pain medication and substance use increases mental health disorders and leads to addiction.
All these substances negatively affect brain function and development. Make good choices.
Don't let your team down.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
Kevin Libby here at the Sequins Ballroom Sideline. Y'all, we have caught up with the sports medicine program here at Creek. Tell us, what do y'all do here at the games?
Well, basically, we just help our main athletic trainer, Miss Kim. Of course, I'm pretty sure you guys have interviewed her already. But we basically just help her do her job, make her job a little easier, help out the players, you know, keep everyone hydrated, keep everyone checked out. It's our job, so we enjoy doing it, of course. If we didn't, we wouldn't be here doing it today.
Everybody on the team matters. We're talking about health, fitness. Tell me, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I actually want to do engineering, aerospace. But this would definitely be like a great little second option if I didn't want to do that.
So if health sciences, it's your backup to advanced engineering. There's an aerospace program in Battery Creek High School. It's one of the most tremendous programs in the country. Y'all, thank you for having us right here in your house.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
Back to the guys.
We welcome you back to Battery Creek and Dolphin Stadium. Dolphin Field, home of the Battery Creek Dolphins. They lead JP2, the Golden Warriors, who kick off to BC. It's a muff, though, and the ball's on the ground, but BC will recover. It's 35-13. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, Jeremy Pope, Larry Jacomot, Maria Soden, Jessa Jeremiah, Joseph Keith, Christopher Sanders, Kevin Libby, and a bunch of other friends, including some friends from BCTV that were with us here today. 35-13 at the end of the first half, just starting the second half, partner, and we'll see what we see.
We're just one big happy family here at WHHI, aren't we? Yeah, Debbie worked for the station for 8 years, going all the way back to 2006.
Okay.
And I did a golf show for the station back then. You and I have done high school football. I mean, this station is very close to my heart.
Absolutely, mine too, without question. And here's a little handoff to the outside, and to be able to have a bunch of folks with their significant others being a part of this station with what we do, you know, special holidays and events. Obviously, I think of Sam, my girlfriend, who is very close to everybody here, seeing everybody.
Shout out to Sam.
She always says, tell everybody I said, sup.
Sup.
Everybody says sup, honey.
What's up? What's up, Sam?
11:01 remaining in the third quarter. A reminder that our halftime show was brought to you by BCTV. Informative, entertaining, timely content for Beaufort County. Visit BeaufortCountySC.gov/BCTV. For more information, there's a run up the middle, and in on the stop is Andrew Gilmore. Tackle and DN for one JP2, but getting up slowly and limping is Tyquan Simmons, and that's a little bit of a big deal as he heads to the sideline.
Well, speaking of a big deal, and I've been wondering this: why haven't we seen Damian Freeman since that first drive and that first score? And I see him over there sitting on the bench by himself. I'm wondering he's either injured or it's a disciplinary thing. I hope it's not the latter.
I agree. There's a deep ball from Olsen, incomplete. He had a man down the sideline. But I've been Ethan Cox.
Been talking about the prowess of these skill players. You've got number 1 Derrick Smalls, Freeman obviously. You got number 22 is a great looking back, Eddie Hayward, the newcomer.
Right.
And then you throw in 2 touchdown Nigel, two trips to the touchdown Fripp.
And he's not talking about Fripp Island.
That's right, number 9, and then on top of that you got Jamari Bronner, and then you got this great captain quarterback in Chase Olsen. So they're missing that one juggernaut there, and Agent Zero, who we'll call him, Derrick Smalls. I'm just wondering what happened there.
It's a great question. Clock set at 10 minutes, and it has stopped. So definitely having some clock issues tonight. We've got a flag down. And it is going to be taken back. 4th down coming up.
Larry's going to go check to see if Damian Freeman is indeed hurt.
Okay. Good call. Reminder, our community leader sponsor this season is Better Collision. Auto body care excellence right in your neighborhood. Kick goes out of bounds, and JP2 will have it 1st down and 10, down 35-13. A reminder, you can make the right call, become a high school official, be the difference maker your community needs. Become an official at highschoolofficials.com. You can give back to your community, learn more about a sport that you love or learn more about a sport in general. Stay involved in a game, become a positive influence in a young person's life, make new friends, and become physically fit. You can also become an official by joining a local high school officials association sanctioned by the South Carolina High School League. Doesn't have to end your involvement in high school athletics. Talking about graduation, highschoolofficials.com. Visit it today. Brought to you by the NFHS. A 4-yard gain on the play as taking the ball was number 5, Kelvin Wilkins. 2nd down and 6.
I talk about all the things I love about high school football, Marcus. One of those is, when I look toward the JP2 stands and then I turn around and look back at the Creek stands, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, for both these teams, these malign programs, winless last year for the Creek. I think JP had 2 wins.
2 and 10, yeah.
It'd be easy for people just to sit home and do something else. And they come here to support these teams. I just think that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
And that's the spirit of high school football.
That's what makes this what it is. You're exactly right. Here's a run to the outside. Look out, down the sideline. JP2, 1st down and more. 40 and down to the 35-yard line. As that is number 7, Jackson Daniel. Or Jackson Daniels, rather.
Bryant Jolly, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Battery Creek. You're exactly right.
We can't seem to get that right. I was calling him Connor Brown, and you called him something. It's number 7 is Bryant Jolly, folks.
And he looked jolly on that scamper down the sideline for a
sure
Kevin
did.
Severe of State Farm 1st down. Like a good neighbor, Kevin Severe of State Farm is there as well for all your home and auto insurance needs. Kevin Severe of State Farm. Sorry, Bryant Jolly. Big 1st down. There's a handoff and a flag.
Well, again, Shayne Milligan is going to be scratching his head. Coaches hate this stuff. You get momentum, you get a good play going, then you lose a little focus, you lose a little discipline, and it's just that quick. You can lose that momentum. You know, first down, now the chains get longer and the task gets heavier.
No doubt about it. Reminder, Exact Flooring, we have the floor you've been looking for. Exact Flooring, the coin toss sponsor this season of WHHI football. It is the Highway 170 Bowl here on WHHI Sports TV. Here's a handoff to the outside. There goes Bryant Jolly, looking like Santa Claus, nice and jolly. And he's going to take it inside the 25-yard line. JP2 knocking on the door.
Yeah, we talked about Jolly in the first half. He's a senior, 5'10", 170 pounds. He looks bigger than that to me, but great body, good running back. Gets up. He's got good downhill speed, but he's got great vision as well.
Looks like we're going to take a timeout. Thank you, Jeremy. Back with more after this from Battery Creek.
The Great Frame Up is your obvious choice to find the perfect frame to complement your budget, room, and lifestyle. We also have the only museum-quality cruise scanner in the Lowcountry. We can digitally restore photos, documents, or old newspaper articles. We invite you to visit our website to view and order museum-quality prints of art by well-known Lowcountry artists such as Ray Ellis, Candace Lovely, and Barry Honowitz, as well as photographers such as Ed Funk and Richard Ball. The Great Frame Up, where you get a great experience.
We welcome you back to the Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV. It's our season opener. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, the rest of our crew with you. As Wolf hands it off, not much doing as Jolly takes it for a couple. Gim was cramping momentarily there moments ago, but he's on the sideline, and I figure he'll be back in, hopefully.
Good stop there by number 85, Grayson Tracewell, a junior offensive line and defensive lineman, 190 pounds. He looks bigger than that. But, we've talking a lot about the offensive players and the offensive units. But I tell you, both these defenses have some players. Obviously we've talked about JP2 being hindered with injuries. But I'll tell you, this Battery Creek team, I see a lot of promise in them on both sides of the ball.
I do too. No doubt about it. Reminder, our food sponsor is Fat Babies. Thank you very much for the food, ladies and gents. Outstanding. Our tailgating sponsor, Bonez Bar and Grill. Great food, sports, and live music. Join us. We're expecting you. Here's a run to the outside for
Wow.
Jolly. He gets in. Touchdown.
Whoa, not to be denied.
Good grief.
He's a happy, jolly soul. He's just
Brian Jolly.
He just gifted himself a touchdown. Boy, I tell you what, that was a great individual effort there.
It sure was. Down the sideline. He was not going to be denied. And he makes it a 35-19 game with 8:01 remaining in quarter number 3. This game is reminding me of the first game that we ever did together. That first game, if you recall, was THA and Buford.
That's right.
THA and Bluffton, I beg your pardon.
That's right.
That was game 1 that we did in 2021.
Let me ask you this. Do you possibly remember the score of that?
I believe it was 29-22.
Folks, you can't.
I'm almost positive.
You can't disguise talent. You cannot disguise talent. This guy's a wizard.
I know Max Von Hohenstraten was a man among men that day.
Mad Max.
Goodness. We're going to take a timeout now. Be back with more after this on WHHI Sports TV.
At iCryo Wellness and Fitness, we are dedicated to elevating your lifestyle through our diverse range of services. For people on the go, try one of our premium lifestyle services, which range from 3 to 30 minutes. Some include full body cryo, red light therapy, and infrared saunas. Our specialty services include vitamin shots and IV solutions, as well as medical weight loss treatments with injections. Prepare, recover, and enhance your performance at iCryo Recovery and Wellness of Okatee and Bluffton.
35-19. Players are starting to cramp up here in the second half, but they're getting after it. The PAT is good, I do believe. Yes, it's good, and we're going to take another timeout. 35-20, BC over JP2. More after this. The Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV.
Come to Fat Baby's Happy Hour any day of the week and experience the best happy hour in town. During happy hour, all shareable snacks and drinks are half off. Come dine in from 4 to 6 and enjoy shareables like loaded tater tots, our homemade bruschetta, our world-famous boneless wings, garlic knots, and you can't forget the drinks. Grab a beer, cocktail, or glass of wine to go with your delicious snacks. So next time you're ready for happy hour, remember it's happy hour at Fat Baby's.
We welcome you back to the Highway 170 Bowl. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, Larry Jacomot, Jeremy Pope, Kevin Libby, Maria Soden, the rest of our crew with you. There's a kick, and it's a short one. It's going to be fielded by number 22. That's Eddie Hayward, and Eddie taken down. So we talked about our college football national champions. You went on a limb with Alabama. I went on a limb. I guess you could say I maybe went on a little bit of a limb with Ohio State winning it all because they've struggled to win the big games the last few years under Ryan Day, but they're supposed to be there. You know, I just see those two teams in general being tough. Your Super Bowl prediction. You went on a limb with that.
Well, if my college prediction was a limb, this is more like a branch. So I'm going with my boy Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals to face the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's Dak Prescott's time. I think it's just time. I don't know. It's just a hunch.
The team, as there's a short run to the left side, the team out of the AFC that I took last year was the Baltimore Ravens. I said, I just think it's their time. They added in the offseason. I'm taking them again. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens. And the NFC, I was thinking maybe Philadelphia, maybe Dallas, maybe Green Bay. But with Brandon Ayuk, because there's a loose ball fumble, and it's going to be scampered on by BC with Brandon Ayuk officially coming back to San Francisco. It may hurt my fantasy team because I took Deebo Samuel with the fact that he was not with San Francisco as a free agent. I'm taking the Niners. I'm taking the Ravens and the Niners. And I like Baltimore to get it done.
Sounds like a pretty safe bet in both respects for you.
Yeah. It's going to be fun regardless.
It might be. You need to go out to Vegas and be an odds maker, man.
I went to New Orleans one time and did okay.
Well, no limbs for you. Those are pretty safe bets.
Here's a little pass to the outside, complete. And it's going to go out of bounds. And,
cramps.
Boy,
yeah.
Big-time cramps. We're talking both legs.
Oh, and that, folks, if you've never had one of these, I mean, it stops you in your tracks. I mean, look at the pain
he's writhing in pain.
I mean, it is like somebody literally shoves a knife in your body, and you forget about the Almighty. I mean, it is awful pain. That was a great pass by Chase Olson. Talk about, that was one of those routes where the quarterback and the receiver have to be timed up so well that the quarterback is actually planting and throwing before the receiver makes the cut. So it's a spot throw. They're just, a 15-yard spot throw. Chase Olson puts that right on the money.
First down 10, Dolphin 47-yard line. And Olson is going to hand it off. And not much doing as JP2 says, not today. This may be your house, but this is our play. And Sluzny again with a huge hit. No, I take that back. That's 65, not 55.
And Gibson O'Neill there. Looks like a senior, 6'1", 215. Boy, I tell you what, I like the salt and vinegar I'm seeing here from JP2. They're not giving up at all.
That's a good way to say it. The salt and vinegar.
Man, they're salty. And that's what these coaches really just preach day in and day out, all during the offseason, is play 4 quarters. It's a 4-quarter football game. Don't ever quit. You can always learn something, even in losses, and actually, especially in losses.
Talk about Whale Branch. I don't know a score, but they're taking on Hardyville today as there's a run to the outside across midfield. Smalls, 45, still on his feet, cutting around the 45. Now he's going to reverse field. He's got daylight. Blockers ahead. A convoy. A touchdown.
Play of the game.
Derrick Smalls. How do you like that?
That man is special.
Wow. That reminded me of the Hamilton play that we saw from Hilton Head last year, where he totally reversed field and took it down the sideline for a touchdown. He just did.
Marcus, I used to play with an old guy in a golf league, and I was playing pretty well back in those days, and I'd step into the ball, and he'd say, "Daniel, show me something that can't be taught." And I never forgot that. You know, what Derrick Smalls does when he gets the football is just something you can't teach. It's instinct, it's athletic ability, it's will, it's football play. I mean, it's intelligence. I mean, this guy, he's right up there with some of the better backs I've seen in this area.
It's amazing. Be right back with more after this on WHHI Sports TV.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kevin Sevier and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
We welcome you back. 41-20 in favor of BC. JP2, you're up next. High short kick. It's muffed. And it's on the ground. It's a fumble. Here's a scrum. This has turned into a rugby match between BC and JP2. Who's got it? We don't know.
Yeah, that might have been Katie bar the door if the Creek gets that turnover.
Reminder, FWDG was our Media Day sponsor. We had a great time. FWDG, the furniture you deserve.
Well, I tell you, you guys.
And the services as well. Furniture and services you deserve. Sorry, Daniel.
You and Bob Stevens do such a great job with that Media Day. I tell you,
Thanks, partner.
It's just so cool to see all those programs come out, get involved. Everybody was in the spirit of it. You know, that's really what sets the tone for this whole season.
Absolutely. Justin Jarrett, Amy Zimmer from WJCL. There's a big run from Bryant Jelly.
Horse collar.
And I saw it.
There you go.
So Amy Zimmer, Justin Jarrett, a few others were there as well. And it's something that we've done for a long, long time at WHHI. But over the last handful of years, it has just gotten better and better. And a lot of the reason I think why it's so good, we had it at Covert Air for a while. We had it at the dealerships there around 170 for a while. But FWDG has made it what it is.
Yeah.
Because they've been able to host, and they've been terrific with us every single year. That's why they continue to sponsor football.
Nothing happens without the sponsors.
The relationship is just tremendous.
Yeah, and we really tip our caps to them.
The great frame-up is our timeout sponsor. That pass on the outside, it is complete to number 17. That's a new name. Carson Hurst with the catch.
Marcus, I'm going to go back to this mission statement by Coach Milligan because I think it's real fitting, but based on what we're seeing from this crew being down 21 points. Fight, finish. I love that. Faith. The obstacles and struggles are placed there to strengthen us, to challenge our faith, to determine how hard we will fight, and to witness our ability to finish. Warriors will not back down.
Another handoff, and there goes Jolly for a couple.
It is so easy in anything that we do in life when it's not going our way to, fold up the tent and give up, sulk, quit. Right. I've always said this. I've learned far more in my life from pain and failure than I have from success and victory.
You always do.
And, you know, both these programs have struggled in recent years, but to see the program, the leadership, the culture, the belief, the community following and support, it's really inspiring to watch it.
Again, the great frame up, our timeout sponsor, where you get a great experience. There's another short run. Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House on Hilton Head. Celebrating 40 great years of Lowcountry family tradition. The place in Bluffton, is the home of the Big Unit Challenge. Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House of Hilton Head and Bluffton.
I'll tell you, Marcus, Bryant Jolly, number 7, has really become a workhorse for the Warriors. You know who he reminds me of is Troy Timko from Hilton Head.
Yes.
He runs a lot like him.
We'll see Troy Timko here in a few weeks as there's a run up the middle. We'll see Timko and the Seahawks against the May River Sharks and the Bluffton Bobcats.
Really looking forward to that.
And I couldn't miss that Bridge Bowl this year. I missed last year's, and it hurt because of how great a game it was. I'm not missing it this year.
You had the very capable Kevin Libby, though, filling your seat.
And he did a whale of a job. He really did. So looking forward to those games. And I tell you what, we talked about it on Talk of the Town the other day. This region of 6-4A that we'll see, and we'll see Beaufort in a few weeks, they're back in it. As there's a run up the middle, Hilton Head, Beaufort, Bluffton, May River, they're all really good. As there's a flag and some taunting, and now we're seeing some pushing and shoving. I may have even seen a punch. There's another flag.
Get them under control.
Absolutely.
Just losing. Look at Smalls.
I had a feeling
Smalls as a
this
team
was gonna
leader.
happen.
Watch that. I mean, you just gotta. Yeah. Ooh, it's hard. These are young men, and they're learning, they're growing. It's sometimes hard to keep your composure. And number 5, unfortunately, lost his there. But man, you're only hurting your team when you do that. It's sometimes it's hard when you lose your cool to think of anything but yourself. But that's exactly what happens. So and the team is the one that pays the price.
And kudos to Rick Puente, our referee with the white hat, getting things under control
I agree
and in
with
a hurry.
that.
31 years as a ref, that's leadership.
Well done there by the refereeing crew.
Brian Williams, 13 years. He's the umpire.
He's been
Sheldon
ejected.
Middleton, 5 years as the line judge. Billy Sanford, another line judge, 25 years. Back judge out of 3 years, Adam Rich. Our wellness report from earlier in the game brought to you by iCryo.
Unfortunately, Marcus, Kelvin Willis was ejected from the ball game, and he should have been. Hopefully this is a teaching moment for Ed Susi and the staff.
Yeah.
You hate seeing that, but like you said, I mean, big kudos to that crew out there to get that situation under control. That could have been a bench clearing brawl. That's how they happen.
Absolutely.
And kudos to the young men for keeping their composure in that situation.
Prepare, recover, enhance your performance at iCryo Recovery and Wellness of Okatee Bluffton. iCryo, our wellness sponsor. JP2 is not going to get anything on that play as BC comes at it. Andrew Boyden tried to carry the rock. And about 3 or 4 Battery Creek Dolphins, that's a school of Dolphins.
It is a school. You know what I also like to see? We've talked so much about Derrick Smalls, who's clearly been the player of the game here tonight. But I watched him in that altercation just now, and how he handled that. Talking to number 5, and just cheering up his team. He's being a leader out there.
Here's a little option play, maybe. Nope, it's a sack. And down goes the quarterback. Tough play right there as down goes Alan Wolf.
sometimes players, especially at this level, when you know, emotionally and mentally, you know, these are young men and they're still growing and maturing, but you know, you'll see players who are really gifted be a little bit more selfish. I love seeing young men who are stars, clearly like a Derrick Smalls, who are team players. You just watch how he handles himself out there and comports himself out there. It's really impressive, and the whole team will follow that leadership.
We have a timeout. We're going to take it. It's brought to you by the Great Frame Up. Back with more after this. 4120 on WHHI Sports TV.
Sequins Ballroom is an elegant, flexible, and affordable venue for your wedding, event, or reception located in Bluffton, South Carolina. Their unique facility will allow you to create lasting memories from the moment you and your guests step into the ballroom. Bring in your own catering, decor, drinks, and more for an unforgettable experience. With a variety of floor plans for the smallest event or a floor plan to accommodate events of up to 150 guests, Sequins Ballroom will be sure to please.
We welcome you back. 26 seconds to go. That timeout was brought to you by the Great Frame Up. And going back
Hail
to
Mary.
throw.
Oh my.
Hail Mary, incomplete.
Wow.
It's broken up. The pass was intended for Jackson Riley.
Tawan Simmons with a great bake up there. I mean, he timed that perfectly. That was a touchdown. That was great defense.
If you want to get a great experience, you can go to the Great Frame Up. That's where you go to get a great experience. A great play right there on a deep ball. Broke it up.
Tawan Simmons. Well done, young man. He is a sophomore, wide receiver, defensive back, and quarterback.
Our scoreboard brought to you by Indy Karting, the ultimate indoor entertainment center. We've got a field goal attempt coming up for JP2. It's on the way. It's looking good. Does it have enough? No. Short. That's a turnover on downs, a TOD. 8 seconds to go in the third.
Nonetheless, though, you got to take the wins. You know, if you're JP2, the wins there, what we were talking about with the culture that Shayne Milligan's trying to build, which is finish. I like the way this team continues to play. They could easily pack it in here. I mean, they score there. We still easily got a ball game.
No question.
And
we still do.
And we still do. This is not out of reach at all. And I like even the, you know, clearly you got a kicker with enough leg to get it there. I like the choice to go with points there.
The gumption.
The gumption. I mean, they're all learning still. I mean, there's a long season to go. They're going to get into league play, conference play, playoff opportunities. So all these are things that both these teams are going to be able to build on as they move through the season and look to have greater success.
No question about it. Reminder, we haven't seen a touchdown in a while, but it's a short read. I can let you know that our touchdown sponsor is TCL. Step it up with TCL, the Technical College of the Low-Country. Here's a handoff, and not much doing. JP2 with a big tackle there on number 9. That's Nigel Fripp.
Let's see what we get out of this one. Looks like a holding.
We have a hold on the offense, it looks like. Four seconds to go in the quarter.
So Marcus Gandalf, the wizard himself, Larry Jacquemont, just gave me the information on ejections, current rules for ejections in high school football. And unfortunately, this young man not only will miss the rest of this game, but he will have to sit out the next game. So if you're out there watching and you want to play football, don't be foolish. It'll cost you some game time.
We will see Battery Creek in a couple of weeks back here against Beaufort. That's the end of the third quarter. We have the fourth quarter, the money quarter, as Brent Musburger once said, 41-20 Battery Creek over JP2 in the Highway 170 Bowl on WHHI Sports TV. Coming up next.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
Did you know that the brain doesn't fully develop until your mid-20s?
Substance abuse harms brain development, causes mental health disorders, and leads to addiction.
E-cigarettes negatively affect oxygen supply, endurance, and attention.
Marijuana affects concentration, reaction time, and decision making.
Alcohol affects judgment, endurance, and complex motor skills.
Pain medication and substance use increases mental health disorders and leads to addiction.
All these substances negatively affect brain function and development. Make good choices.
Don't let your team down.
All right, we've got the Battery Creek Dolphins cheer team on the sidelines here, and thanks so much to Sequins Ballroom for supporting our sideline report. I've got Mackayla and Rihanna. This is the seniors, just the seniors. The team is actually much bigger than this, but y'all are out here working hard. Tell us a little bit about what practices look like for you.
Well, normally we practice 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday. Our practice usually entails with us going over cheers, practicing stunts to prepare before the game. We usually are, I would look at our team as a tight, family knit kind of. We are very supportive of all of each other, and we're excited for this football season, and go Dolphins.
I love it. I can feel the school spirit. It's so much fun. One cool note about this year is you're starting to do competition. So what's different about that?
I would say it's a lot of pressure, and it's a lot different than what we're used to. I will say football season is more kind of chillaxed, but being in the competitive world, it's such like a different experience and a great environment to be around, and we're all super excited about it.
I can't wait to see how y'all are doing. We're going to take you out with a cheer real quick as we head back to the football game. What do you got for us?
Go, Dolphins, go.
Here we go.
Architect, go, Dolphins, go.
It's the money quarter. Fourth quarter, Battery Creek has Keenan next week. JP2 is against Bethesda. Bethesda is a team that is looking for some big-time wins. That'll be interesting for both those teams. Obviously, with Willis out for BC, we'll see how that affects them against Keenan next week. And Kevin Libby told me just a couple of minutes ago, as it looks like we have more cramping as we just get the fourth quarter underway, that the Dolphins can be known by one of three terms, either a pod, a school, or a team. And this group of Dolphins is definitely all three.
Yeah, I think we went through this last year.
Sounds right. We're going to take a quick timeout. Be back in a moment on WHHI Sports TV.
Hi, this is Jim Lanero, Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House. I'm proud to announce that we're celebrating 40 years in business, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have supported us over the years, not to mention a lot of people, both past and present, that have worked here and made incredible contributions. So thank you all. Don't forget, Giuseppe's is the home of the Steeler Nation. Plenty of TVs, great food and drink specials each and every Steeler Sunday. We hope to see you here.
At Technical College of the Lowcountry, we are unwavering in our commitment to you. In our community, within a community, support of you. We'll help you find the right career path, along with fast and flexible courses for you to continue in a strong and steady way, from day one through graduation and beyond. We want you to come, and we want to see you go. All the way. TCL. Together we are unwavering.
We welcome you back.
Steel traps.
Kevin Libby talking about the Kindle and the Clouder, talking about Bobcats, and we'll see them here soon. He and I are like steel traps. There's a deep ball, got a man out there, just overthrown.
Oh, Jamari Bronner, he wanted that one. No, was that Fripp? Was that 9 or 8?
I believe it was Bronner. I saw 8.
Yeah, Bronner wanted that one.
He did.
Because he didn't have anything but green and white in front of him.
The longest tire repair and auto provider on Hilton Head Island is Island Tire and Auto. They are our MVP sponsor, and we thank them for all they do for us on WHHI Sports TV. Longest serving tire retailer and auto repair shop on Hilton Head. And we will be picking an MVP here soon. That pass is incomplete, and if number 23 would have been turned around a little bit, that's Jackson Riley. He may have had a pick 6. He could have made a heck of a play on that ball.
You know, Ed, that's kind of an interesting strategy there. I think that was that sequence of plays puzzles me a little bit. You know, I guess you could say you've got a comfortable lead, but no leads are comfortable with this much time in the fourth quarter that Susi would go to the air like that. You know, you're stopping the clock when you can grind it out.
You're going to give JP2 really good field position.
You're deep in your own field position. Yeah, I don't understand that sequence of plays, but they've got 41 points, so he knows better than I do.
Christmas. This is a boomer.
Wow,
down to the 35-yard line. That punt came from the end zone. That had to have been.
They flipped the field.
They easily flipped the field. I think that was about, 10. He was near the end zone. Let's just say 10 to the 50 is 40, and 15. That may have been upwards of about 50 or 55 yards on that punt.
That's number 18, Braden Stepp.
That
sophomore kicker, place kicker. Now Braden Stepp stepped on that one.
That ball
and he stepped on the neck of JP2 with
absolutely jolted. He could end up playing Division I football with that kind of punt.
That's a D1 punt right there.
And that's an NFL punt, too.
No question about it.
And a good one. That's like a Thomas Morstead punt. There's a run to the outside. Thomas Morstead, the first punter I could think of off the top of my head.
Ray Guy, baby. Ray Guy.
There you go. From your days, certainly. Ray Guy was a great one.
Ooh, man, did I just really date myself?
Maybe just a smidge.
Ooh. I'm only half the man I used to be, partner.
And I tell you what, those chops, those long sideburns.
What do you think? What do you think of the muttons?
I like it. I tell you what, though, when Jekyll and Hyde's over, I say you keep the mutton chops.
Hold on to them?
I say you keep the mutton chops and you grow the goatee back.
Oh, dear. Here you go. I'm going to let it get below 90 degrees before I start growing facial hair.
I'm going to get Debbie rolling her eyes at you.
Debbie likes she likes I was going short and crop. She was over it. She said you need to grow while you still have hair, grow it.
Oh, there you go.
Though it's all gray, but
ladies know best.
Well, they do. You got to just do what they say. That's the key to a happy marriage and a long marriage is just say yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Follow orders.
9:22 remaining.
Okay, JP2 can get themselves right back in this with a quick score.
Yes, they can. 41-20. 9:13 to go, and they call a timeout. With 9:11 to go, we're going to take it. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV. It's the Highway 170 Bowl.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
We welcome you back here to Battery Creek. What a night. Our opener of the 2024 season. Chris Tremblay will join me in a few weeks, as we'll see these same Battery Creek Dolphins against the Buford Eagles. That's going to be fun, especially coming off this game. And so we'll be back here with our next broadcast in a few weeks. We've also got Bluffton and Hilton Head coming up, and Hilton Head and May River, and a bunch of really good games on the schedule. Ed Susi, an Ohio native, graduated from Capital University, was a Baseball Hall of Fame inductee at Capital in 2000, 35-plus years as a high school football coach, and I think 17 years as a head football coach around the Columbus area, and not too far from my original neck of the woods in the great Buckeye State. Not much doing there. 8:15 to play in regulation. 8:16 rather to play in regulation.
I love these coaches' motivational slogans for their teams. The two words that stick out to me in Ed Susi's for the Creek: respect and redemption. I love that. That's what these guys teach these guys, and they preach this in the offseason. That's how you build culture.
You can't get one without the other. And I've heard some really good stories about that John Paul II program over the years, too. And it's a great thing. One that I definitely want to talk to Coach Milligan to see if I can share it. But we're going to see JP2 one more time this year against Hilton Head Christian Academy, and I think that'd be very fitting. But I'll certainly talk to Coach first. A very beautiful story, as there's a run up the middle for a gain of a couple. So that's the art of the tease that we like to do in this business from time to time.
I heard Milligan and his players at Media Day talking about, that Christian game is one they've had, a target and a focus on for all of the offseason. Everybody, Hilton Head Christian is the defending state champion in Skeeza. They've got a target on their back every time they step on the field. JP2s, they're not looking ahead, but that's one they've got their eyeballs on.
And this just in, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Daniel. I'm thinking you are, but maybe not. Those two teams match up twice this year. One is a non-region matchup, as we've got a play here. The ball was loose, but it's corralled by BC, and it's taken for a nice gain across the 40-yard line. So they play twice. I think the first matchup they have is on the 13th of September. The region matchup that we will see is October 25th.
Oh, that's right. They do play twice.
And that has to do with the realignment of the regions and the reconfiguration. This was originally supposed to be a home game for JP2, but Cross asked them, if they could share the field, Richard Gray Sports Complex, and they said yes, and they decided to play at home this week. So this ended up being a road game. So JP2 with 4 home games and 6 road games this year, and they'll have 6 and 4 next year, and they'll alternate that way.
And you ask how he knows all this, folks?
Research.
He's one of the hardest. There's another great R word, research.
Yeah.
One of the hardest working guys in the local sports business is Marcus Walsh.
I'm blessed to be around great people like yourself and Larry Jacomot and Jeremy Pope and all the rest of our crew, Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, Max Siraj. Still have contacts with other folks around the country that help me out in one way or another. And we just love what we do. It's as Justin Jarrett says, we're all here to help provide the ears and eyes of the soap opera that is high school sports here in the Lowcountry.
Well, you talked about the growth and popularity of Media Day, and the same goes with WHHI's coverage of high school football. Jeremy Pope and crew have been building this thing for many years, and that's how you build a tradition.
Yeah.
And that's why the popularity and what WHHI brings not only to this sport but this community.
And basketball's getting there too. Basketball has really shone brightly
Sure
lately
has.
as well. As there's a run down the side, Nice play. We saw you at a basketball game last year. You said you could imagine doing color for a football game, but working with me with basketball, I think your tails would have been spinning.
No, I sat down for 5 minutes of that and realized I'm in the wrong spot. I'm sitting on the sidelines and listening to the pros do it. You and Kevin Libby, I mean, you guys, you love sports. You know sports as well as anybody that I know. And for you guys can think on your feet. You know, that's what you got to do, a fast-paced game like basketball.
Yeah.
Football's a little bit slower. I heard something about football that just blew me away some years ago, that the actual playing time in a football game is about 11 minutes of a broadcast. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
That's insane.
Think about that.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't know if that's true, but I heard about 11 minutes of actual play.
Wow.
The rest is starting, stopping, penalties, like we're seeing now, or measurements.
Chain gang.
There's a lot of starting and stopping. Basketball, totally different story. It's fast-paced, it's fast break, and you gotta be thinking two steps ahead all the time.
And then it comes back.
Right.
And does it again. And abruptly stops. Yeah.
Right.
And baseball's on the other side.
That's right.
Where it's slow, and then something happens, boom, and then it's slow. And something happens, boom.
You better have some good stories in baseball.
And Kevin Libby and I certainly did that. We called the Dixie Boys Baseball 14 and Under World Series Friday, Saturday, Sunday last month, July, I think it was 26th, 27th, 28th. In Burton, we were here at the Burton Wells State Park working with a score PA guys, score guys, Justin Jarrett and company with Loco Sports, Max Araj, Wes Kerr, Bracken Lambert, Chloe G, whole bunch of folks were there, and it was a lot of fun. It was the first baseball action that I had had since I was in college, so that took me back, and it was great fun.
Well,
a couple yards up the middle.
You guys cover it all, and you cover it great. You mentioned Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr over at Loco Sports. I mean, that's two other guys that can think on their feet and know sports in and out.
And those guys have roving reporters. Kevin Sevier of State Farm is there for all your home and auto insurance needs. He's our first down sponsor once again for another year. There's not much happening in the backfield. That's a big hit by Daniel Snyder.
Great play by Snyder there. Running back, offense, outside linebacker, senior, 5'8", 160 pounds. Great penetration there. And again, these guys aren't giving up. There's 5 minutes left. They're probably not going to get the win tonight, but they're still playing hard.
Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth, uniting the community to make positive choices.
Please remember, if you commuted here with someone tonight, make sure you have transportation home and they are here.
41-20, 5:11 to play.
Now, this is the time in the game, Marcus, where coaches want players to finish and they work on the things that you're going to need later in the season. In golf, we always say, putt those 2-footers out because you never know when you're going to need them when it counts.
Right. Chase rolling. Olsen going to take off. He's got a lot of green. 30, 25, 20. Down at the 19-yard line. A Battery Creek first down. And we've got a flag down. Want to wish everybody a happy Labor Day weekend. You've got an extra day, don't you?
No.
Monday, you guys taking Monday off? You're not.
No, that's the day that Jekyll and Hyde cast and crew moves into the high school. So we're moving in sets and costumes, and we have 9 days to prepare for our opening on September 11th of all dates.
Yeah.
Well, that's our soft opening. Our official opening is the 12th. But anyway, no, I'm going to be working on Labor Day, which is fine with me. It's a labor of love.
That's right. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And again, we'll be back with you on September 20th for Beaufort and Battery Creek.
Yeah, you got your buddy Chris Tremblay on the call. Chris and I did a show called Golf Center back in the day here at WHHI.
You did that with Bob Stevens too, right?
I did, yeah. We had a great time doing that. Chris is a good friend, one of the top teaching golf pros I've ever met. I mean, nobody understands the golf swing and the game any better than Chris Tremblay, but he's a great guy on a microphone too. You're going to be in good hands.
4:38 to go. We're going to be back after this on WHHI Sports TV.
Hi, this is Jim Lanero, Giuseppe's Pizza and Pasta House. I'm proud to announce that we're celebrating 40 years in business, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have supported us over the years, not to mention a lot of people, both past and present, that have worked here and made incredible contributions. So thank you all. Don't forget, Giuseppe's is the home of the Steeler Nation. Plenty of TVs, great food and drink specials each and every Steeler Sunday. We hope to see you here.
There's nothing like summer in the Lowcountry. But let's be honest, it gets hot. And Summit Services wants to help you stay cool and comfortable all season long. Our courteous and conscientious technicians will keep your air conditioner humming, your electricity flowing, and your pool sparkling through even the hottest months. Our 24/7 club offers exclusive benefits, including extended warranties, exclusive discounts, and after-hours appointments. Summit Services, keeping you comfortable all year long.
We welcome you back. Beaufort with a loss, or is losing rather. It's not over yet, but they're losing to Greenwood 37-12. They lost a tight one to Fort D last week. That's a pick. JP2 with an interception, and it's taken back to the 36-yard line.
That's quarterback Alan Wolf back there. Said, I can do more than just throw. I can catch, too. He can throw, he can run, he can catch. That was great center field play because, I mean, that was a good ball. A little less air on that, and that could have been a touchdown. But, you know, just heads-up play there by Alan Wolf. Good game for him.
What was the quote from – you've seen the movie Hook with Robin Williams, right?
Yes.
What was the quote? I can't think of one word that was in it that Rufio said. You can fly, you can fight, you can – maybe it was just fly and fight. And then Robin Williams, of course, goes – and that was the reincarnation, if you will, of him being back as Peter Pan. That's a great movie and very underrated, in my opinion, of Robin Williams.
I don't know that I ever saw anything that Robin Williams did that I didn't like.
I completely agree, and there's still so much that I have to see.
He was a treasured legend. We lost him way too soon.
What's your favorite Robin Williams movie?
Gosh, boy, that's a good question. Good Will Hunting comes to mind.
Yeah, it's right there for me.
What's the one when he was the teacher at the boys' school?
That's a great one that I have not seen. Dead Poets Society.
Dead Poets Society.
I need to see
that
Dead
might
Poets
be my
Society.
favorite.
I love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah,
because Mrs. Doubtfire has everything.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. Hook.
Yeah.
He was even good as the genie.
Who was the happy doctor he played?
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams, yeah. Well, we're filling time now, aren't we, partner?
We sure are. 3:43 to go. Reminder, you can make the right call, become a high school official, be the difference maker your community needs. Become a high school official at #BecomeAnOfficial and highschoolofficials.com. Speaking of high school officials and Battery Creek folks, Sarah Hayes, the Associate Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League, has been selected for the National Federation of State High School Associations Basketball Rules Committee. The appointment is effective August 1st, 2024. Obviously, Terrence Ash took over for her as AD. The NFHS Basketball Rules Committee reviews existing rules and considers proposed changes for high school basketball nationwide. Hayes has been with the SCHSL since January 2023 and oversees several sports including swimming, basketball, and lacrosse. There's a snap to Wolf. He's going to throw one way up and off the hands of a receiver out there. That was intended for number 2, Dante Aiken, and Taiwan Simmons broke it up. Hayes, who has been with the SCHSL since January of 2023, oversees several sports including swimming, basketball, and lacrosse. Also serves as a liaison, I had it right, between the league and sports officials. It's an honor to be selected as a member of the NFHS Basketball Rules Committee, says Hayes. As someone who has loved, played, and worked in various capacities of the sport throughout my life, I am excited to have the opportunity to serve at a national level. She continues that she looks forward to the future of basketball at the interscholastic level, and some great words as well from Dr. Jerome Singleton, the SCHSL commissioner, who gave her all of his blessing and best, of course. And another person that is very entrenched in Battery Creek, We had a chance to talk to him earlier. Larry Jacomot and I, and Jeremy Pope, is Terrence Ash, the AD, former head coach here. He played here, played a lot of different sports as we see more cramping, looks like, but a JP2
played for
player coming up.
Dabo Sweeney at Clemson too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He played at Clemson, I guess it was probably Dabo.
I think it was with Dabo.
And he told me that he is actually going to the game tomorrow between Clemson and Georgia.
That's going to be a barn burner.
I think Clemson's going to win the ACC.
I agree with that. You know, I thought
a lot of people are high on Florida State. I like Clemson.
DJ Uliungalei might be a difference maker for Florida State,
Yeah,
but Georgia Tech came out and shocked them.
Yes, they did. And I tell you what, to do that in Ireland, special. The kicker
Very cool.
was Irish.
Yeah.
Very special.
They might have had a few Irish spirits after that ball
I have
game.
no question. They start with G and end with Innis. As there's a pass deep downfield, incomplete. 2:25 remaining in the ball game. And no flags there. And I think Georgia obviously is going to win the SEC, and I've got them getting back to the Natty. They're going to be really good. There's a lot of really intriguing stories.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Utah in the newly revamped Big 12.
Well, the problem with the SEC is you can, on any given Saturday or Thursday, whatever it might be, you gotta play that SEC talent and those SEC traditions with all the pageantry. I tell you, it's never an easy road. I still think don't count out Alabama. Jalen Milroe, he's special.
It's going to be fun to see. 1:45 remaining. Let's hear from Sequins Ballroom.
Oh, my friends over at Sequins Ballroom. Sandro Virag, Armando Asanta. Sequins Ballroom, an affordable, elegant, and customizable venue for your wedding, reception, or special event. And a little shout out to my good friend Paul Amin, the longtime owner of that wonderful facility here in Bluffton. Paul's treasured friend, and he was the brain trust and the driver behind that Dancing with the Local Stars.
That's awesome. We've got a timeout. We'll be back on WHHI Sports TV.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kevin Sevier and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
We welcome you back. 2 minutes about left. There's a deep ball. Got a man open. It's caught. And there's some burners. This is going to be a JP2 touchdown, I think. It's close. He's down near the pylon. And I think Derrick Smalls just saved a touchdown.
What did I tell you about Derrick Smalls? I mean,
down at the one.
That right there defines what that young man to me is all about. I mean, the amazing touchdown runs he's had in this game. He could easily pack it in and say, you know what, I'm going to be player of the game. This is my house. This is my time. But what did he do right there? He just shows why you never quit. And guess what? The rest of his team, his coaches now will have that on film all season, and I would imagine they will replay that over and over. That's what leaders do. That's what stars do. That young man is special.
Unreal.
Now, let's don't discount. I mean, what a great play on the other side by JP2.
Dante Aiken, number 2, a ton of speed.
Ton of speed and another great ball by quarterback Alan Wolf.
And Wolf and company back under center. He's going to take it himself. Can he get enough? No. He is stopped. Summit Services. Heating, electrical, and pools. Your leader in home performance services in the Low Country. Thanks to Summit Services for all their support of WHHI athletics all year long on WHHI-TV. About a minute left. Teams are huddling up, and I want to take a quick second with 106 and say best wishes to former Cleveland Browns radio play-by-play voice Jimmy Donovan, who announced his retirement yesterday after 25 years of calling Cleveland Browns football. He retired back in the late spring, early summer from WKYC. He's one of the greats that I have had the privilege of watching and listening to for many a year, and one of the big reasons why I got into this business. So I just wanted to say congrats, and what a great career for Jimmy Donovan, and all the best as he battles cancer yet again. It's tough when you lose these great voices that help us do what we do, help us inspire to do what we do.
What is synonymous with Ohio? Football. It's a religion in Ohio, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Browns. My good friend and partner, Tom Kinder, who's the voice of the Cincinnati Bengals. We've been doing the RBC Heritage coverage for 13 years together. They love their football in Ohio.
No doubt. 1:18 to go. There's a run up the middle. Touchdown, I do believe. They say he got in, but we haven't had an official word yet.
We do now.
1:09 to go. That is a touchdown for John Paul II.
Brian Jolly, I'm glad to see Brian Jolly get across the goal line there. He certainly deserves that touchdown to his credit, and certainly his offensive line gets the assist there. But, once again, we talk Shayne Milligan's got to be pleased. His team's been able to put, 26 points up on the board. That's a never-give-up attitude, and they can take a lot from this loss tonight and build as they continue through this season.
They'll have Bethesda next week. Battery Creek's got Keenan. They're going to go for two as JP2 Wolf over the edge to the left side. Incomplete, no good. We're going to be back after this on WHHI Sports TV.
At Technical College of the Lowcountry, we are unwavering in our commitment to you, in our community within a community support of you. We'll help you find the right career path along with fast and flexible courses for you to continue in a strong and steady way, from day one through graduation and beyond. We want you to come, and we want to see you go, all the way. TCL, together we are unwavering.
Former Hilton Head High baseball player Carmen Mlodzinski is the pitcher of record for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who went up against the Cleveland Guardians today. Cleveland hanging on to first place in the American League Central. Carmen took the loss in a 10-8 ball game.
In a what?
10-8 ball game.
Wow.
Cleveland over Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Onside kick with 63 seconds to play.
That's more like a good defensive football score.
That's
10-8.
right. It's like the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in December, where all you see is snow.
Those are always dandies, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I love late season football because you get those great rivalry games in both college and the NFL, and we're going to see those here locally with all of our rivalry games. You talk about the Bluffton Hilton Head, which has become not a budding rivalry, a long-time rivalry, but you've got May River versus Bluffton, May River versus Beaufort. We talk about Beaufort. I love, once again, some early season losses for them, but Bryce Libren's method to his madness has always been schedule the toughest teams
Without
you can
question.
at the start of the season, because that prepares you for league play.
And that is what is done with a bunch of other schools. We're seeing Hilton Head Prep start to do that. We're seeing Battery Creek and John Paul II start to do that. And we're starting to see that format, and I should say we've seen that format happen with HHCA. And HHCA has been okay the last several years. And I'm really looking forward to seeing, based off what we saw throughout the night, but particularly in this second half, JP2 played harder and made this a game. That JP2 HHCA game that we have October 25th, check that. it is the 25th. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
I can't wait.
Over at HHCA. But they're all going to be great. There's a knee with 50 seconds to go.
So, partner, what are you thinking about player of the game?
It's
pretty easy choice, isn't it?
It's been a bunch of players on both teams, but I think it's an easy choice. I think it's got to be Derrick Smalls. That guy just was absolutely on fire tonight.
I know JP2 converted that touchdown here just a few minutes ago, but the play that Smalls made to save that long pass from being a touchdown says everything you need to know about that young man.
Absolutely. The Highway 170 Bowl is in the books. We saw a great battle between two tough teams. Battery Creek going to get their first win in the Ed Susi era, a 41-26 win over JPII. Let's go to the play of the game first. Then we'll have the postgame show. There's a run to the outside across midfield. Smalls, 45, still on his feet, cutting around the 45. Now he's going to reverse field. He's got daylight. Blockers ahead. A convoy. A touchdown.
Play of the game.
Derrick Smalls. How do you like that?
That man is special.
Wow.
What Derrick Smalls does when he gets the football is just something you can't teach. It's instinct, it's athletic ability, it's will, it's football play. I mean, it's intelligence. He's right up there with some of the better backs I've seen in this area.
It's amazing.
Hey, do you know where the guys are?
I think they're in the crawl space.
The what?
Or, man, this is way better than a shoe shed, isn't it, Carl?
Oh, for sure.
Man, don't we got work to do?
Man, it's my turn.
If you can't do this in your crawl space, call or text us today at 843-259-8194 for your free crawl space evaluation. Low-Country Crawl Spaces, building relationships that last.
Hi, I'm Barry Edwards with Allen Tire and Automotive Services. You know that the amount of tire that's actually making contact with the road is about the same size as a slice of watermelon. And that's all you have to keep you safe. It makes sense to have the best like Michelin. That's why Allen Tire has been proudly selling Michelin tires since 1978. At Allen Tire, we don't think of it as just a set of tires. You can trust us to be thinking about the safety of your car and, more importantly, what's inside.
(41-26), Battery Creek with their first win in the Ed Susi era as they beat JP2 here tonight in the Highway 170 Bowl. Marcus Walsh, Daniel Court, Ed Susi, and our player of the game, Derrick Smalls, with you. Coach, congratulations as the winner of the Highway 170 Bowl. Talk about your mantra and how you've been able to shape this team over the last little over a year and getting your first win against a very good John Paul II opponent.
I guess Derrick could answer better. We started the last game after Philip Simmons was to get in the weight room, and we still got a long way to go in that weight room, but they're starting to believe in that, and that's the biggest thing, and we're getting there. And last year this time we might have fallen apart in the second half. Guys cramping and stuff, they hung in there. Derrick made some great big plays for us and kept that lead for us, and did a great job doing that.
Looking ahead next week to Keenan, what are some keys against them?
Well, they're big, athletic, and they got some really big receivers, so, you know, we got our work cut out for us. I mean, we got to go to Columbia and play a good team, so, you know, hey, we just got to go. We got to get ready for a challenge.
Our next broadcast will be with you guys back here against Buford on September 20th. We definitely look forward to seeing that. Let's head it over to Daniel Court. He's with our MVP, Derrick Smalls.
I am indeed. I'm here with a very special number one. Wears number one on his jersey. Obvious reasons for that. One of the most complete, spectacular football games I've ever seen from an individual. Derrick, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is yours, my friend. Before I get into that spectacular run, not talking about your punt return, the other one, I want to talk about I talked about it on air, your leadership, your body language, your encouragement. You could have easily just said, you know, we've got this in the bag. I'm the star. You didn't do that. You showed, led by example, you showed your teammates what it's like to be a leader on a football team. What you did down here in stopping that touchdown by just extra effort says everything we need to know about you. Tell us about that.
I was just thinking, like, we can't be satisfied. We just can't be satisfied with just a win. I'm trying to keep going here.
Your coach talks all about respect and redemption. That's how you earn respect, isn't it?
Yes,
by never giving up.
Yes, sir. That's what we stand by.
Tell us real quick before we go about that give me your thoughts on that spectacular touchdown run there in the second half.
I really just saw a bunch of great jerseys and looked back and saw my linemen, and I knew they had me. So I just ran the other way. And if I didn't get it, I know Coach Susi would have been mad at me, but it worked out. It worked out for me.
Well, you heard it straight from the mouth of our MVP. Derrick Smalls is our player of the game. I'm going to send it back to Marcus to close us out.
Congratulations, guys, on a huge win. What a great game this was in the Highway 170 Bowl. Again, our final score, 41-26, Battery Creek over John Paul II. For Daniel Court, the rest of our WHHI-TV crew, I'm Marcus Walsh. We'll see you next on September 20th, back here at Battery Creek, as the Buford Eagles take on the Battery Creek Dolphins. Until then, have a great night, and so long, everybody.